is this in the same layer? Hey, V's. No, just doing my thing. Just doing my thing. How's your day going? It's just doing great. That's good. That's good. Well, your day is going great. Any great plans today? Shoe. Gotta fix that shoe. Okay, where does this white streak come from? I have no idea where that came from. Where did that white streak go? I'm not sure. All right, partner. She lovely. Okay, so I got that. I don't know where this white streak came from. Almost there. Yes, he'll get his wings. Damn. Why do I keep asking that? He'll get his wings. He'll get the wings. And the tail. I know. Bro, your name is official McDonald's account. It doesn't work. All right. And they don't do that in the chat. Don't fall for that shit. They never do that in the chat. They never do that in the chat. They'll just stop the stream off rip. They'll never sell that in the chat. YouTube never does that, so don't fall for that bullshit. His name's literally McDonald's. There's no way you could fall for that. Why would McDonald's worry about the well-being of the flag of a channel? That doesn't make any sense. I don't really put a lot of thought into that. The naming of that. It got redacted. That's funny. I don't know why people didn't do that in the chat. It's like I've seen so many people do that. I guess they're just testing how new you are of a person. See if you'll fall for it. Don't never do that. And will not be announced to the chat either. It'll just literally stop. And it'll give you a warning first. You guys won't be able to see it. And then they'll kick you right off it. Go. These are on. Never surrender. Okay. No, wait, I gotta go. I can't. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. You'll be fine. When you take me down, then you take to hell. We'll make another day tomorrow. Fight together. We'll make another day tomorrow. Fight together. We'll make another day tomorrow. Surrender. We'll fight until eternity. Come with me. We'll stand and fight together. We'll make another day tomorrow. We'll be together. In love. a better day tomorrow. I surrender. Together. We'll try. We'll make a better day tomorrow. Surrender. Never surrender. Surrender. Okay, almost there. Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, I didn't say hello there. I didn't see you come in there. My bad. My fault. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Did not see you come in there. How goes it? Talking about GT. Talking about GT. Talking about GT. Okay, I was like confused. What the hell? Maybe I should do a little bit more. I was so confused on this. What made you give me that? I'm not done. Give me just placeholders. I just whatever doesn't seem right is like just a placeholder. Most cases, I'm not done. Not done. Not done. Not done. You know. Not done. Nothing's done. I didn't even give you a tail. I gotta put it somewhere in here. I hope. I hope. Okay, almost there. Nope, I go in here. Nope, not yet. Okay, there we go. Now we need to erase this part. Okay. Well. Okay. Yeah. Hey, what's up? Hey, moi. I still remember yesterday, do you? Yeah, we have days like that. Okay, that. Okay. Okay, that's taken care of. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh my god, Instagram, I just opened the goddamn app. I just opened the app, bro. You're gonna get me in trouble, bro. What the? Oh my god. Never open Instagram. You can't open this bitch or normally. You just can't. You just can't. Oh my god, if this was on screen. Holy hell. Like, Instagram's not even Instagram anymore. It's just Gooner bait all goddamn day. Holy shit. I have a question for you, kind sir. Do you believe in gravity? Okay. Dodo, why you tell that to me? Let me see. I believe gravity is real. Oh no, I did not. I gotta get around to that. As soon as I got off stream, I went to sleep. You look fast forward. The fuck? What does that even mean? Hold on. Okay. Okay.
Check it 1, 2.
Oh no, no more of this. No more of this. Nah. Just do one more song and then we'll do some reactions as I work. No, we'll do 2 more. No, 1. I'll do this one. This one's a classic. You finally got a result. No, I just was fucking tired. I was gonna stay up and finish this. I was just that tired. I could not. I was falling asleep. I was falling asleep while I was streaming. I couldn't do it anymore. Serves me well. Can do is make this green actually. I'm gonna have to redo this whole thing. Okay, yeah, my breath, okay. Remember back in the days you fall asleep on stream, I have to wake you up for sending beans. Yes. Yep. I was streaming every day for 9 hours every day. Yep. No, 1, 2, 5, not wrong. Wait a minute, I don't remember you sending Bean. I don't remember that. Oh my god. Yes, okay. Yeah, that was okay. Oh, thank you, Knox, for that. I appreciate it. I just now saw that. You know what? Hold on, I got an idea. Okay, like that, and then... Okay, there you go. Hey, Art, got sunrise. Okay, what's up, Phil? So... What's up? Show me that gray. Okay, no more of this. Nothing.
Tonight, the alarming.
Nah, I'm not gonna talk about it. No more of that. So what was that video I found earlier? Alright, so here's a video. We're doing an unofficial stream because I gotta get this done. So we're gonna do an unofficial reaction. Oh, my ear. So something, I already technically did something around this already, so I'm not gonna make this into a video. So let's see where this takes us. Oh, and yeah, TikTok, you gotta go. Sorry, TikTok. Sorry, TikTok peoples, come over to YouTube. If you don't care for any of that stuff, I'll see you guys next time. I'm not gonna risk it. I can't. Okay, later, TikTok. I'm sorry, guys. Bye-bye. Come over here on YouTube if you want to see what we're gonna be doing. We're still doing the artwork. Okay, the children are left. Fuck them kids. Alright, let's go.
Sykkuno is a streamer who exploded in popularity during the pandemic, going from a few hundred to over 50,000 viewers in less than 1 year.
So yeah, this video... Shut the fuck up! Anyway, this is from Turkey Tom. It says, how false allegations almost ruined Sykkuno's life. Because some of these bitches was lying. So we're going to hear what they have to say here from Turkey Tom. Because he knows one about being accused of false allegations and beating them at the same time. So we're going to hear this as I work instead of listening to crazy music. Alright, so got something hilarious. Not a motivator to play. Wait, not a motivator to play for me, but hey, undertake a target audience. I got you. Well, interesting. Yeah, so we did a video around Sykkuno I think a few weeks ago when things was popping off with him. But now, since he's back, and the shit has settled, this man has defeated more victims, or potential victims, or accused victims than anyone I've ever seen, other than probably Turkey Tom, and that was only 2 bitches. He destroyed a whole nation of bitches. Now, I'm not saying he's a good person. This man still cheated on his girl, but that's not a heinous thing to be losing your whole life over. Actually, quite frank, the people who claimed that they were so what did they say? They said they was extremely saddened for the girlfriend, and they claimed that they reached out to her to see how she was doing, and this and a third. Turns out that the girlfriend went and made a public statement saying these bitches never said shit to her at all. They didn't check up on her. They didn't message her. Nothing. They all used the whole situation as clout to say things about Sykkuno. So this is proving that the streaming world or content creators are backstabbers majority of the time. Not all of them are on the same solidarity with each other at all, even if they're women. Women do this to women too. So it is what it is. So we're going to jump into this and listen to this as we go.
I'm not really good at talking to people.
His real-life anime boy persona captured the hearts of young fans, especially young girls. But in April of 2026, serious allegations were made as multiple women claimed to be his victims.
This is like so personal.
Oh, this bitch. She lied. She lied about everything she said. I couldn't believe a lie. Like, even if you try to believe it, it'll be too hard to believe it. She was lying out of her teeth. Lying. Everything she said was a lie. Fuck lie, bitch.
These were boosted by commentary channel Muujin in a video that got 2 million views within 6 days of posting, wherein Sykkuno was labeled a danger to women.
There was a master manipulator, a serial cheater, and a predator.
However, from the beginning...
Yeah, that word there, that word that we're using here is overused to the point that it has no meaning whatsoever anymore. So that word has no true validation.
There was always something fishy about the story. And once Sykkuno responded, the audience turned on the alleged victims. Yep. Muujin was forced to apologize, and Sykkuno was eventually able to return to streaming. This is the story of how the allegations were botched, why it became such a viral meme, and how he got away with it. Saikuno's digital footprint actually dates back to 2006, when he was making League of Legends content.
Hey guys, it's Saikuno here.
But he didn't see much success until he received advice from fellow creator Lily Pichu, who suggested he try streaming. Through consistent output and networking, he rode the wave of late 2010s gaming channels, alongside Dream and everyone connected to him. These collaborations allowed him to grow his own audience by taking some viewership from others, thereby snowballing his own fame into a phenomenon.
This is something I still haven't tried yet. I'm just too damn scared to do that shit. But hey, I gotta get over myself and start doing this shit very soon. And I know Ari has been in my ear nagging me about making friends, but the big nag is nagging me. I'm trying to make friends with people. I don't have the power of friendship nagging me.
On its own. The content itself was specifically catered to a younger audience. The humor was what most would call safe, edgy at most, while he and his friends played whatever game was popular at the time.
Okay,
mainly
this is the
Among
story
Us.
of how
But
I
this
became the
demographic
greatest liar.
awareness also attracted a very specific kind
Good
of
evening
fan
for you.
base.
I'm sure
So-called
you'll
stands
mess up
created
eventually.
a pure, perfect, innocent caricature of who he was. As far as they were concerned, he could do no wrong. Saikuno himself specifically played into this image, portraying himself as a soft-spoken anime boy, someone who was inexperienced in social settings and awkward around women.
This is gonna sound a little weird. I'm not really good at talking to people. I feel like the first time I met her, I thought she was a mean person, you know? But it turns out she's very kind and really friendly, I thought.
At the time, some people did think it was an act, but the fans bought it. His comments were filled with confidence
How?
about his shy.
But how? When you did shit like this as a kid, you look like a fucking... How? Tell me how, Sway. How? Yeah, I tell you.
Mannerisms, they found it endearing, to the point where anyone who questioned it would face a lot of backlash.
I thought we were all
Question.
But to be fair, in the past where any one of us would push back against that persona publicly, his fans would get really upset at us, like, quote-unquote, bullying him. And I lost count of amount of times I had to yell at his fans or be yelled at by his fans because I was treating him like an adult.
But for the time being,
Treating him like an adult? Are you
serious? As his
Okay,
YouTube
now I'm
channel
gonna
grew
admit
to
to my
nearly
fault.
3
Yeah,
million
I'm gonna
subscribers.
also let
And the
a
benefits
person
didn't
know
stop
when
there.
they're
In
talking
2022,
too much,
he signed an
especially a
exclusive
woman. Yep.
deal to stream on YouTube, estimated to be worth $5 million. He extended
Are you
his brand
serious?
to massive guest spots, from fellow streamers like Corpse Husband and Hassan Piker, to even mainstream figures like Jimmy Fallon and Bernie Sanders.
Have you heard of a VTuber before?
Nope.
His ability to stay out of drama.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you something, this shows how much politicians will suck the ass of virtually anyone to get to what they need to be. They was literally talking to VTubers and streamers for about nothing, because they need to tap into that young audience and get them to go vote for their stupid shit so they can be in the seat and get paid for doing absolutely nothing. Shit's wild, dude.
Drama was
We
so
live in a very
well-established,
weird
in fact,
time.
that he even bragged about it.
I stay out of controversy usually, right? Probably the biggest drama I've been part of is people were upset that I made a lot of money and I don't do anything fancy like
But throughout all of this, there was one question hanging over his online persona: whether he had a girlfriend or not. It may seem ridiculous, but his fan base was mostly made up of girls from middle school to very early college age. So
God
they
damn.
wanted to know. And just like Dream and his friends had Dream SMP,
Yeah, so
Saikuno
won't be
was adjacent
silence.
to another organization, Offline TV. And these two communities are basically the Bloods and Crips of no-life women who make questionable fan art. Roving moms of 13-year-old Twitter addicts ready to kill and die for Lily Pichu.
I'm feeling them grave. I don't care, bro. Like, on 6-0 Crip food, like, dead homies, if you my op on Crip, we gon' get it. On Crip.
On Crip. If you don't want us, we go get it. On Crip. Say it again. Say it again.
Addicts ready to kill and die for Lily Pichu.
I'm feeling them grave. I don't care, bro. Like, on 6-0 Crip food, like, dead homies, if you my op on Crip, we gon' get it. On Crip.
And you're not possessed talking like this? Come on, you can't be talking of that of the devil when you talk like this. This is crazy.
Conventions, he was swarmed by female viewers to the point it annoyed his friends.
A 10-minute, 5-minute walk.
On
In
Crip.
that time, Saikuno must have
On
been
Crip,
approached
bro.
by at least 15 to 20 women. A few girls They're hustling.
And Saikuno was aware of this appeal to the point where he played into it as much as possible. From online dating shows to his fellow content creators, he never broke character, successfully keeping everyone in the dark about whether or not he had a girlfriend.
For years, would just say me like, man, Peter, I hope I find something like what you and Anita have. You're so lucky. He never let on ever to me that like he was ever in a relationship.
And ultimately, the fanbase had very little to go off of, as Saikuno maintained a professional distance between his work and personal lives until April of 2026. A VTuber named Himo Mao posted a document titled "Exposing Saikuno, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator." And these last two words...
Again, I'm telling you right now, if you have to go to Twitter to expose someone, I don't trust anything you say. I don't give a fuck. If you have to do a whole documentation, which is crazy. I don't know how y'all be doing documentations when you can't do that for your own schoolwork. That shit be crazy. Y'all make YouTube videos, y'all make a bunch of shit, and, you know, try to expose someone, but when your homework is on the line, you don't want to do jack shit that will help your future. That's weird. But anyway, the point I'm saying is, like, whenever someone does this, especially women specifically, because it seems like they always do this, okay, you can't go to jail for being a manipulator or, you know, being a cheater. You just can't go to jail. That don't work. Because if that's the case, you bitches will be in trouble. Y'all cheat more than men. I'm dead serious. It's proven more women cheat than men does because they can get away with that shit, and most men are simps. So, like, it is what it is. Now, when you say the word predator, he didn't do anything to any chick as far as we know. He hasn't done, like, anything because all the bitches that came out and said he did him something was all lying. And it was funny as hell. And sad as fuck because it just makes the whole Me Too movement even look worse from that point. But the funny thing about this is, when you guys go, like, okay, say he did do something to a chick, like, literally force himself upon a chick. Why the fuck are you going to Twitter? I don't understand. Why the fuck are you going to Twitter? Go to the police. Go to police. Go to police. Oh, what did I walk into? I don't know. Listen and you might figure it out. So, like, go to the police. I don't see why people go to the fucking Twitter and put a 40-page document. And that shit be crazy. That shit crazy. Like, a whole 40-page document.
Are going to be really pivotal.
And most people can't read. So what's going to happen is they're just going to read the title and say they read it. They're going to either have the AI read it for them, or they're going to have a friend tell them, or they're going to read the title and not read jack shit that's in there. And then hope someone else read it, and then go based on what they said, if they interpret it correctly, and then everyone starts saying, you know what I'm saying? That's usually what happens. Most people can't read. They can't interpret things right, so, like, it is what it is.
Understanding what followed. The document is 30 pages long, and it begins with a retelling of how Mao got in contact with Saikuno. She messaged him on February 15th, asking if he had a date
why
for
not go to the...
Valentine's Day.
Thank
he
you.
responds very much
Thank
in
you.
character. What? You can't just open up with something like that. On pages 2 through 5, she shows their cringy flirting, and him inviting her to play some games. He smoothly transitioned the conversation into talking about fun things to do near her house, clearly planning to meet up in real life. Mao remarks that at no point during their communications did he at all indicate he had a girlfriend. On page 8 of the document, Saikuno says he plans to attend TwitchCon in Europe and make some time to meet up with Mao. It's at this point that she notes that she's 15 years younger than him, although to be clear, she never claims to be younger than 18, and given that Saikuno was 34...
Yeah, whenever you're in your, like, if you're in your mid to late 20s or early 30s, if you're talking to someone and they say the word 18, 19, don't fucking talk to them. Shit, don't even tell them when they're 20. Hope when they're like 22, 23, I think that's fine to a degree. Shit, if they say 24, I think that's a better thing. But when you say 19, 18, fuck no. I don't give a shit. I don't care. No. Get out of here. Get out of my face, demon. You are a demon. And you notice every time when these streamers are talking to someone, they're always barely at the age of legal. Always at the barely age of legal. That shit crazy. I don't understand that shit. That shit makes no sense. Do not talk to them. Just leave them alone. Just leave him alone. That shit makes no sense.
At the time this document was released, she's between 19 and 20 years old. In a tweet of hers from the same day, she clarifies that she never meant to be misunderstood as accusing Saikuno of being a creep or going after minors.
But you made a 40-page document saying cheater, manipulator, and predator. When you use predator, that's what people are going to think. See, this is why words have meaning. But when you do shit like this, you're doing it on purpose. I don't give a fuck if she says she didn't mean to do it. She did mean to do it. Because there's words. Because if I was accusing a chick of something that she's doing, right? You think that dude who got cheated on by his girlfriend and found that she was fucking her cousin, if you think he would mention fucking her cousin if he didn't know she was fucking her cousin? I don't think he would. He would call her a bitch and probably a cheater, and that's it. He'll move on. But he ain't calling her no predator. He ain't calling her no family fucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. We gotta use words that make sense here. We can't be out here just saying stupid shit and saying, like, expecting that. You know what I'm saying? It's dumb.
But
that shit's
she once
crazy.
Again uses the word predator to describe him. From this moment onwards, their conversations escalated pretty quickly, with the two making plans for her to move into his house and adopt a pet, which is obviously moving pretty fast. But a relationship moving fast isn't the most notable thing. Instead, it's how Saikuno presents himself. In this screenshot, Saikuno said he has only ever had one relationship his entire life. I would eventually find out that was a lie, and that he had been dating and living in the same house as his girlfriend for years. And that I was not the only girl on the internet that he spoke to on a daily basis. In the texts themselves, we can see Saikuno pitying himself about how it's his fault he's bad with women. Regardless of how awkward this act is coming from a 34-year-old rich guy, Mal fell for it, or at the very least, he was willing to go on.
Oh, man. Bro, aren't you pushing 30? I can't get over that saying when that dude said that to, what's his face? NPC Miles. It's like, bro, aren't you pushing 30? Why are you pushing me?
With it. We texted every single day, and these interactions would be charged with flirting and suggestive topics. I would send him suggestive pictures and audios, and he would confirm that he'd touch himself to them. Additionally, he'd always act flustered and inexperienced, keeping up the illusion of his on-stream innocent persona. One thing I'd noticed is that every time we called and he spoke, he'd be whispering and never fully use his voice. His excuse was that it's because he was tired after a long stream. I now realize that he was quiet because his girlfriend lived with him and he didn't want her to hear. People seeing the screenshots were surprised that Saikuno, a wealthy and taken guy, still resorted to pretending to be Shinji to get girls. I'm guessing that at some point he actually was an introvert.
And you know what? I blame you bitches. I blame you bitches. I'm dead serious. You pick a dude who pretends to be Shinji. A schizophrenic, traumatized little boy who plays League of Legends. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? You want to fuck that? I don't know. That says a lot more than the women than you think. Like, come on, man.
Insecure guy, and seeing how that approach worked, he just never stopped the act. Even after he made...
Okay, I should be back. The phone overheated. My bad. I should be back. I'm alive. I'm still here. I have to turn on the fan a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay. So we here. We're gonna get this done. Alright. Sorry about that. The phone overheated.
Persona. Please forgive me for what I have to read right now. I've never done like this kind of thing before, lol, which is crazy because I'm older than you, but like I haven't really dated much, so my XP bar is low. She then asked him if he's beating off to the material she had been sending him. You know, I've kind of wondered if you ever touched yourself while watching what I send you. What? Why would you wonder that? Well, because there are spicy pictures and videos. Of course, I wonder if you put them to use. I'll definitely put this one to use, so you...
Oh my god. Oh my god. There's you ever seen that I don't know if anyone's seen that picture of Jesus on the rock taking a cigarette. That's what it feels like. I think he's sitting on a rock if I remember right, and he's just holding a cigarette and he's just like he has his face like god damn. Like, you just, like, this is just not it.
Who've never done so before? Maybe. I'll put on my leafy dinosaur onesie so that I honor him when I say, oh my god, dude, this is a 34-year-old fucking man pretending to be a literal itty-bitty anime boy. On page 16, Mal shows that Psych sent her money. And although it's not an insane amount, this is also a move he made on the other girl who wrote this document, a VTuber and streamer named Elfie Leah. On page 19, we can see that he sent her 1,450 euros between November 2025 and January 2026.
Bro, I know you're cheating and everything, but you're actually using money? Dude, I'm despair of everything unfair. You're actually giving her money.
This was to help her settle in after moving, as well as fly her out to see him. Keep in mind, he spoke to this girl on and off for a total of 5 years, during all of which he had an IRL girlfriend that he managed to keep secret. As Elfie Leah and Mal spoke to each other, they came to the conclusion that, besides keeping a rotation of online girls, it seems like he had them organized so that he was meeting up with a new girl every time he flew out to an event or convention.
Impressive.
He was also pretty careful with this system by only speaking about the more explicit stuff went over the phone to minimize any documentation. But as we can see now, it really wasn't enough. Eventually, these girls all connected the dots. On page 28, Saikuno and Elfie Leah can be seen discussing some
the video's 40 minutes, so I'm not gonna put too much input on it.
Who claimed that he had hurt 5 of his friends. And although the hurting isn't specified, we can safely assume it was running game on them at the same time. Finally, after a long time of this being relegated to whispered rumors, on October 26th of 2025, a VTuber named Bao made a tweet. If you're an up-and-coming female content creator with a small but growing audience, and a much larger and successful male content creator approaches you out of nowhere and showers you with attention on stream, don't walk, run. Saikuno's actual girlfriend saw this post and reached out to her over Discord. Hey Bao, I'm sorry to bother you with this, but I heard something recently that was a bit concerning, and I thought I would just come ask you about it. I heard that there was an instance of Saikuno trying to get VTuber girls up to his hotel room and drink with them, and that tweet you made about being cautious of large male streamers showering you with gifts or attention was about him, in regards to him doing it to one of your friends. Unbeknownst to her at the time, Bao was aware of several stories from small VTubers who had also talked to Saikuno. According to what Mal says here, Saikuno's girlfriend was questioning if there had been infidelity, but he convinced her that it was a misunderstanding. This defense ultimately failed the stress test when Mal was added to the chat, and she spilled her gossip. His girlfriend was obviously taken aback. I've lived with him for over 2 years. We've been together since 2021. Everything he's planning with you are things we have planned together and talked about and have done.
Damn! Damn! Every time I hear this, it's like, damn. Fuck. Oh, fuck. God damn. Holy shit. Every time I hear this, it doesn't get better. It never gets better.
I'm sorry. Mal closes off the document with this statement. To all of Saikuno's victims, ever since Saikuno's viral breakout during the pandemic lockdowns of 2020 when he played Among Us, he has always carefully curated every aspect of his behavior on stream and with friends. An innocent, romantically inexperienced boy failure who looks like an anime character and sounds like one too.
He does not look like no anime character. He looks like an Asian dude. That's it. What the fuck? I know. Anime usually comes from Japan. I get it, but I'm just saying, like, I like Sakuna. I just don't see a anime dude. I just see an Asian dude with a very messy haircut. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. It's just, what the fuck.
This perfectly curated image would attract a large audience of women, with a lot of them openly professing how attracted they are.
I know that question is to me or to him.
He soaked in the praise and never sought to limit the most extreme aspects of his community because it made him more desirable. What these many women don't know, though, is that he'd always lie about the fact that he's single, that behind the scenes, he had a neglected and depressed girlfriend that he had been with since 2021, who has lived with him since 2024 in the same house. After this, she linked a recording of their last Discord call, where Saikuno tries to explain his side of the story. Mao claims that Saikuno was trying to call her and make amends, while his girlfriend was crying downstairs, which also sounds pretty bad. But this call is where a lot of the audience began questioning the true intentions behind his accusers.
Oh, I remember this. We did this video. I remember this. Just to be clear here, this bitch was still in love with him because, like, she kept on saying how much she's not gonna talk to him anymore, and he's like, okay. He's getting like one-word answers. or like one sentence answers, right? And she kept on going on a diatribe saying how much she's not gonna talk to him, this, that, and the third, how much she's disappointed in him, blah, 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 blah. And the more you keep hearing the conversation, the more it seems like she's trying to get a rise out of him, and he's not really falling for the bait at all. And it seemed like she's getting more frustrated at the fact that he's not getting frustrated at her for like not taking the initiative of like taking whatever she's saying seriously. Like that right there tells me that she was in love with him still, because like, and it doesn't matter what if the girlfriend was there or not. She was like, she was still opening or keeping the door open that they're still gonna kind of talk, but not as much as before. But all that means is I'm just mad at you at the time for them now for the time being. But if shit goes to fan with you and your girlfriend, I'm still available. You know, that's what that truly was. I was like, bro, what is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? We're really doing this? Okay. All right. So like simping for simping for the simp of the simp. Like this was supposed to be her moment where she was supposed to say, "Fuck you, I don't like you. You ruined my stuff," and then move on. No, she made it much longer than it is. That surely took about 3 minutes at best. She did a 15-minute plus like conversation to record everything, and the dude was not even taking the bait. He was just like, "Okay, all right, I'm sorry, okay, one word sentence, that's it." Like he was just dry texting this bitch, and she was getting frustrated. You can hear it. I loved every second of it. It was amazing. It was just beautiful.
Recording. I feel like both of them were trying to stay in character while they talked, and it makes it a very difficult listen. To improve your listening experience, close your eyes and imagine that Saikuno is Heath Ledger's Joker.
It's the actions of your... Well, it's the consequence of your own actions, I suppose.
I was in a very happy relationship.
Doesn't sound like it, but sure.
It got a lot less happy.
How so?
I don't fully know. She just stopped hanging out with me that much.
Stop hanging out with you. She lives with you.
I'm waiting for him to ask her if she wants to know how he got his scars. I'm also sorry about the quality of this recording because this guy likes to do ASMR, and Mal is literally eating while they talk.
And I was just very sad and alone. Didn't feel wanted at all.
So you slept with Elfie in Paris.
Yeah.
And then you flirted with me and were telling me how you wanted me to come visit you in Vegas and how you wanted to go on a date. And
Look! As she's listing stuff. Sorry. As she's listing stuff, it's not really hitting where she wants it to hit, and it's not really like making him look bad. If anything, it's making him sound like a Chad. He got some ass. It's like, and then he didn't get some ass. He got VTuber ass. You know how hard it is to get VTuber ass to a degree? Especially when they try to keep things elusive. I don't know how he managed to do that. That shit's kind of crazy. And then when he's going like place to place and fucking girl to girl after one after the other, that's kind of crazy to me. I'm like, bro, how did you manage to get this? How did you manage to do this for so long and no one kind of noticed? That shit's kind of crazy. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Serious about me and how you really meant and how you wanted to go get a cat together.
Yes.
Why didn't you just break off the relationship then?
Because a combination of remembering how it was, some part of me hoping it would go back to that.
Well, obviously it's not going to go back to that if you're actively cheating on her. It's only going to get worse. And I think that's really on you, bud. And I know you're smarter than that.
I'm not.
I mean, for fuck's sake, you're a 34-year-old man. Yes, you are. Stop acting like you're a child.
Don't think that's what I'm acting like, but...
It's funny that he's shameless enough to admit to the cheating and say that he's not smarter than that, but it's when she complains that he's acting like a child that he takes issue and gives some pushback. He actually tries to salvage his relationship with Mal by telling her that he was planning to leave his girlfriend for her. Mal responded by turning this against him, asking if he wouldn't just do the same thing to her that he did to his previous girlfriend, and all he could do was mumble about being caught. But easily the best part is that after a few minutes, Mal started talking about giving him a second chance.
That's a cool design, I ain't gonna lie. Cool design.
This is not settled. I'm beyond upset with you.
Fine, by settled, I mean, like, that's it.
What's it?
Probably never talking again.
You and me?
Yes.
What? Why?
Bro! There it is. There it is. As soon as she said, why? He said, me and you're not gonna talk. And she's like, why? Why the fuck not? Why are we... You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of stupid question is that? Are you dumb? This bitch dumb. Wait, why you mean why? If anything, you should be agreeing to it and be okay with it. Why are you asking me why? Are you stupid? Like, are we really doing this? God damn. You stupid.
Is that why?
Why wouldn't she
What is
give him a
why?
second?
I'm
Yeah,
not so
why?
sure.
Why would she give him a second chance? Because she didn't move on. No, she didn't. Because, like, as soon as he said, you know what, I'm not going to talk anymore. I see this is pointless and blah, 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 this, and the third. I think we should just stay away from each other. She's like, why? What do you think, bitch? Why we're having this conversation for? We just, you know what I'm saying? We just woke up one day and just had this conversation. It's like, what the fuck? I'm like, are we stupid here? What kind of stupid sauce are we sucking on?
upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and like your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for a second.
And this proves to you that no matter how much women claims to say how horrible a dude is, there will be always a chick that's willing to fuck him. There will be always a chick always quick to fuck him or excuse the shit behavior as they claim they have a problem with. She knows what he's about. She's seen what he's about. He is documented. She has put a video. She made a 4-page, 40 whatever Google account document, and she's asking why we can't talk. Yeah, I don't want you in my corner. You're probably crazy. You're crazy as shit.
Second chances, but
Stupid
I never will forgive
bitch.
you for cheating on her. That's all I care about right now. Is that it's okay? Keep me updated on that.
Keep her
I don't know if
updated.
That's a possibility.
You can keep me updated on how she's doing. You can keep me updated
No.
on when she moves out, because I don't think she should be living with you anymore.
Okay. Keep me updated so when she moves out, I can move in. I'll pretend that I care about her. I'm gonna pretend that I'm mad. But when that really happens, because remember, you're worth what, $6 million? You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Sometimes it's not about if they like the dude. It's just what they can get from the dude. He has resources. She's like, he has $6 million. Am I really gonna pass that up over the life I have? He's 34. She's crazy. Yeah, she's 20-something. Remember, most 20-somethings or early 20-somethings have no money. Most cases. They usually have no money, 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying they don't have money, they're not working. I'm saying they just don't have that much significant money as someone who has $6 million. So 9 times out of 10, what's going to happen, she's going to pretend that she cares. She's going to pretend that she's mad, but she really likes him, right? And he has money and fame and fortune. And she wants some of that pie. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't she? It just makes sense, right? So she's gonna say, okay, let me know I updated what's the relationship status between you and your girl. So if shit hits the fan, I'll come and be like, Captain, save a bitch or save a motherfucker or some shit. So it is what it is. That's what she's gonna do. She's trying to secure the bag, guys. Either she's trying to secure the bag or she's just that hopelessly likes him, or I think it's a bit of both. Could be the latter, but I'm glad you say it's because of the resources. It is what it is. Okay.
Think you need to do that.
It was very clear to anyone listening that she's chastising him with one hand and rolling out the red carpet with the
Yep.
other. If she was so mad at him for being a serial cheater
Right.
who led her on, why was she talking about second chances and
Yep.
asking to be updated on when his girlfriend moves out? It seems she thought holding this stuff over his head meant she could date him down the line. And this brings us back to her thesis, referring to Saikuno as a predator and to her and the other girls as victims, which to many seriously overpromised on the information presented. And that's paired with the fact that she shared this all with much more outrage than she actually had for Saikuno, as she clearly wasn't even interested in cutting contact with him.
Nope.
At this point, I'm sure Saikuno was just worried about more of his information leaking to the public. After all,
Oh my
it's something
god.
he had for Saikuno, as she clearly wasn't even interested in cutting contact with him. At this point, I'm sure
Bro has a big head, bruh. Look at that head. Oh my god. I can do my taxes on that motherfucker. I can do my taxes on his fucking head and still have room. I can do my taxes on his fucking head. Oh my god, he looks 30. Yeah, he looks 34 here. Yes, he does. They gave him he got a stylist. It was the stylist. Anyway, gotta go right by our. Okay, later, random. P.S. This new main account. Okay, I got you. God damn, bro. Yeah, whoever your stylist was, they was smart to keeping your hair, putting the bangs on your head. So yeah. They were smart for making sure your hair grew long enough to make bangs on top of that, because that right there would probably make him look 34 off rip, just the head alone. Like ignore that he had hair. The head alone makes him look old. He looked like a shogun.
Sykkuno was just worried about more of his information leaking to the public. After all, it's something that doesn't just happen to YouTube.
Oh, that was Anna?
Everyone
Okay,
is at
Anna
risk.
changed her name.
That's why
Okay,
today's
gotcha,
video is
gotcha.
sponsored by
Thank
Surfshark
you,
VPN.
thank you, Brad.
Surfshark creates a secure encrypted connection between your device and the internet, masking your IP address from social media companies that track your every
Okay,
move.
yeah.
Like NetHub, you could limited to their pre.com/yeah. Now let's get back into it. Mal was pretty active on Twitter during the following days, basically responding to her critics. This has been saddening to see how you guys try to twist me to be a person I have never been. I only did this to give my friends the opportunity to speak along with me. I have gained nothing but hate and death threats from this. I wanted to make sure no other girls were getting led on again and used. And I'm fine financially if that's what you were wondering. I thought at the time I was pursuing something genuine. But none of this statement really addresses the issues people were taking. In a reply to one of her tweets, she tries to defend her use of the word predator, saying that he preys on small female VTubers because he's done this to so many girls. In some sense, I guess you could say she's a victim of a guy who lied to her about having a girlfriend. But the word predator itself is very loaded and usually reserved for, well, sexual predators.
Yes, that's what the problem is. That right there is the issue I have with. I don't give a fuck if she said he was a manipulator or a cheater. Fine, that's actually true. But like, when you say predator, that's a whole different ballgame of something else. And that's where you fuckers go out the window. That's where that word goes out the window. Your Me Too movement goes out the window as well. It does not work. It does not work, because now we're sanitizing a word that should have actual loaded meaning. But when you do shit like this, people don't take you seriously. Like, let's just call it what it is.
People who commit crimes. As slimy as Sykkuno was, anyone can admit that's a very strong word, as is the word victim. When you pair them together, you have very serious terminology.
Correct.
Which is ultimately being used to describe a guy who talked to adult women wherein both parties consented to the interaction.
Correct.
But obviously, Mal knew what that accusation sounded like, and saying predator instead of cheater or manipulator is much more impactful. When pressed about the way she offered to give him a second chance, she said, "I was willing to be his friend if he learned from his mistakes. But when I found out that it was a pattern with a lot of girls where he was using the same lies and such, I couldn't stay quiet anymore." But this isn't really accurate either. In the call, it sounded more like she was willing to be his girlfriend if he broke up with his current one. But when he didn't, she punished him by dumping it online. None of this is to say that Sykkuno is a good guy in this situation, but Mal's motivations are dubious at best, and her document calling him a dangerous predator is a little dramatic. In another tweet, she makes it out as if hooking up with Sykkuno was too vulgar for her, but in the document, they were talking about sex within 2 weeks of their initial messages.
Damn! God damn. This bitch is not consistent.
Meanwhile, is a bunch of not family-friendly photos of herself, not to mention her not safe for work Twitter account. This is all to say, when she messaged him about a date and he looked at her profile, what were his intentions supposed to be? That they would wear chastity belts and have a Catholic wedding in 5 years before finally consummating the marriage? Still, Mal not being the perfect messenger doesn't mean the message itself isn't true, and multiple people had similar stories. One girl claimed to have dated him from 2015 to 2019, and when she tried to expose him at that point in time for his behavior, which I assume is cheating, she says that she was harassed for it. VTuber Dottie claimed that Sykkuno had approached her while she was drunk and asked her if she knew what a happy ending was, at a point in time when he would have already been dating his girlfriend. Another VTuber claimed to have been messaged by Sykkuno in a similar way to what he did to Mal, but as soon as she said she had a boyfriend, he just ghosted her completely. Other accusations vary in terms of how much we can actually prove about them, but one of the more notable examples is Nami, who provided some screenshots to prove not only that they were corresponding, but also that they met in real life. She explains that he messaged her after they interacted in-game, he bought her Steam games, invited her to a group event, and paid for her drinks. Sykkuno grabbed me by the waist and pulled me in against his body and asked in a flirty tone, "So, do you want something?" At this point, I was really nervous, but I just told him no, sorry, but thank you for the fun and have a good night. I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. Can't imagine if I had fallen for his Playboy tricks. He has always wanted to meet up at events over the few years I knew him, but never with my friends. He wanted to meet alone. This is scary. My friends thought it was weird too. But at this point, the public was turning on the accusers, so the replies were filled with things.
Always assume as a guy, if you're talking to a girl and you guys are talking to each other privately, 9 times out of 10 she's telling her friends. Let's just call it for what it is. I always assume that. If you're talking to a chick privately and you guys are not boyfriend and girlfriend like that, 9 times out of 10 she's probably telling her friends. Or she has her friends sitting right there as you're texting them. And then they're probably making fun of you somewhere down the line. That happens all the time. Like, or it's either, say you're on the phone, right? She'll have her friend on mute and listen to the conversation you guys are having. Sometimes. They'll do that too. They'll, like, they'll have the other person on the line, and they'll make sure that the person's on mute so they can hear every fucking thing you guys are talking about, especially if you're paying a man of status or some shit like that, or you're some type of popular dude. It happens all the time. Always assume when you're talking to chicks. Always assume. Always assume when you're talking to a chick you don't know. Imagine the FBI is just there. Always know. Do what the Turkey Tom does. Imagine that the FBI is reading your messages all day, every second. They overrun it every time. Just assume that. So don't get caught up in these situations. Always assume that they're out to get you. All the time. Not that they're not trying to ruin your life, but they can if they could. So, it is what it is. Always assume that they have their friends. And they tell us not only their lady friends, they say this to their guy friends as well sometimes. Once in a while. Or probably more than you want to admit. But it happens. So, be very aware of that.
Like, so he made a move and you said no and he accepted that rejection and left? Come on, man. Why are all these VTubers coming out like he was going to do something to them? You said your boundaries and he backed off. Everyone's acting like this is some surviving Diddy type situation. I'm really sorry.
No, the issue is not because he's being nice or whatever. The issue is that he's a successful dude who he's successful. So they're jealous of his success. So whenever he fucks up or does anything slightly wrong, therefore he is more than what it is to be. So if this was an average Joe Schmo, this conversation will not be that problematic. But because he's Sykkuno with $6 million on his head, anything he does and says is a crime against humanity, even if it's as simple as a sneeze in the wall. So that's where that problem comes in. Because if this was anyone else, like, not Sykkuno, or doesn't have $6 million in the bank, shit, if they even had like $10,000 in the bank, this would not be that big of a deal. But because it's Sykkuno and he has, I guess, supernatural, overall notability, that's where the problem comes in. That's why these VTubers are making a big shit about it, because they can benefit from it 9 times out of 10. Now, some of them could be genuinely just concerned on how he's behaving. Fine. But then again, 9 times out of 10, that's not really the case. Because most of these VTubers don't meet these people in real life. They usually don't because, well, they want to keep their shit anonymous. Or sometimes some of them do show their face. It is what it is. But, 9 times out of 10, they don't do it. Because they want to keep their privacy in check, because these people are fucking crazy.
This happened to you, and it's a guy shooting his shot, and when rejected, he did nothing? Yeah, he's a cheater, but what is this cringe cope in the replies? Acting as if he molested her or something. And fair enough, this is a valid criticism, regardless of how true these testimonies are. I've been online for long enough to know that the information itself is just half the narrative. The other half is the presentation. And given how the initial titling painted Sykkuno as some kind of sex pest, the content's consistently underdelivered.
Master manipulator and dangerous predator. Looks inside. My face went PNG.
But Mal and Elphilia's document was not released without support. This is where Mugen comes in. He's a pretty big commentary channel who talks about the rise and fall of content creators with a specific focus on VTubers. Mal had reached out to him prior to the document's release, allowing him to put out a video on the same day it dropped. Most of it is just him reading the information. However, there are 2 main issues: its intention and his presentation.
Because in reality, behind this mirage, this illusion, there was a master manipulator, a serial cheater, and a predator.
Yeah, this dude's a simp. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a fucking simp.
Not only is the word predator used throughout this video, Mugen also makes note of the fact that Mal, Alphilia, and the other VTubers that Sykkuno had talked to were smaller content creators, essentially implying that through this imbalance in status, Sykkuno took advantage of them.
I also learned that there is a 15-year age gap between us. Right, so look, I personally spoke to the victim about this. I asked, like, would that usually have been like a red flag or a turnoff? She said yes. But the thing is, this is Sykkuno we're talking about.
There it is. And that's how you girls get fucked. There it is. There it is. I don't feel bad for you for that point. Whatever happens to you, happens to you. Whatever happens to you, what happens to you. Fuck you. That right there is where I don't feel bad for you. It's not like you did know. You did know. That's the difference. And because you did know, you still pursued the bullshit. And whatever happens, you got the bullshit. Ever heard the fuck around, you find out type shit? You fucked around, and you found out. And what's the irony about that is, not only that you lost, he gained. That, I love it. I love every second of this. This is beautiful. I love it. I love it when you fuck around and find out. That's amazing. Oh, beautiful chef's kiss. I love it. Yes, I enjoy every second of this. Yes, the chaos is needed. Whew. Oh, we need more Sykkunos coming out and just winning against these hoes. Are you serious? Like, let's be honest. If this was another dude, like, let's flip it. Let's say this was a dude, and he's talking to some VTuber, right? And he was 30, and she was like, what, 19 or some shit, right? But she's really well famous. But he pursued to talk to her anyway, right? And he said, but bro, and your bro tells you, but ain't she like really young compared to you? And you're like, yeah, but it's that VTuber. Like, so that justifies you talk to it. Okay, you're stupid. You're dumb. Like, okay, that's gonna end well. Okay.
About here, right? So she made an exception.
The implication being made is that because Sykkuno has a lot of subscribers, Mal had no choice but to go along with his flirting, talk about
she's rich though, but she rich though,
with his cringy loser impression. Many in the audience pointed out that this is a woman of adult age who sought him out first. She was fully aware of everything going on the entire time, and the idea that he was a predator and she was his prey is laughable. They were two legal adults having sexual conversations. The presence of a power imbalance does not necessitate.
I think the only reason why Turkey Tom is talking about this is because Turkey Tom went through something extremely similar to this, but beat the allegations with perfect presentation. That's the only reason why he's probably even doing this video, because he was in a similar situation or something close.
It's abuse. And in this case, there's no instance of Sykkuno threatening her with his status. The only imbalance present that's relevant to this is one of knowledge. Sykkuno knows that he has a girlfriend that he is cheating on, and he does it repeatedly anyway. That's honestly all that needed to be said. Yep. And it would have been enough to make Sykkuno look like a questionable person at the very best. Yep. Instead, Mugen overstepped.
That was the problem. If you ladies said, oh, he's a cheater and he manipulates girls to sleep with him, or I didn't say word manipulate. If you just stopped at the cheating stuff, then you girls had a fight. Then you had a fight there, right? That's where I would be perfectly fine with him being destroyed. But when you stepped out of line of what the actual allegation was, that actually defeats the whole purpose overall. That's where the issue comes in for me. Again, if you girls just went after him for just cheating alone, you guys have a fight, and there's nothing I can say. You defeated him. But when you start doing all that weird shit, nah, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. And then and what makes it matters even worse, you are consenting adults too. This is not like he forced himself on some chick or some kid or some shit. Nah, no, nothing close to that. It is what it is. Now, am I sympathizing with him? No, I'm just saying the facts. That's it. Nothing more. Nothing less. He didn't actually do anything other than ruin his, relationship with his girlfriend. That's pretty much it. All you hoes can kick rocks. Fuck you.
To make the allegations hit harder. And the conclusion of the video is equally puzzling.
There's a reason people say with great power comes great responsibility.
Oh, shut up!
Once you have this power that Sykkuno possessed, you can so easily take advantage of others. So as a content creator, you have a very clear choice.
Well, shut the fuck up, Simp. You don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Possible.
I don't want to defend this 38-year-old catboy more than I have to, but is this really the worst person he could possibly be? There are definitely some worse people who have made YouTube videos. As for taking advantage of people,
easily take advantage of others.
This once again implies some level of coercion, as if Sykkuno had direct power over the girls he talked to. But in reality, it's not like they're a part of the same company or structure. They all have their own separate audiences. So there's no puppet mastering he could even theoretically do in this situation. Ladies, just because the middle-aged catboy messages you does not mean you need to reciprocate. Anyone who did it because they wanted to. Mugen's video is also filled with other strange clips to the point where anytime he breaks from reading the document, he says something really off.
Where an innocent fan came across Sykkuno in the lobby of a hotel at 2 a.m. One can only wonder what he was doing there.
Going to his room?
The fuck? That's not their concern. What? Yeah, what? What? That's not their concern. He's a grown man. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he wants to break dance and 3 o'clock in the morning on the street, he can do that. It's not against the law. It's strange, but it's not against law. And what was that saying? Correlation doesn't mean causation type shit. Like what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
To sleep? Is that not a possibility? The 17-minute call, wherein Mao tried to maintain a relationship with Sykkuno, is also included in the video.
Some of y'all are just dumb. Yep, for real.
Mao, where she tries to barter for Sykkuno's attention.
That is why I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me.
Ah, gotcha. You didn't cheat on me. You didn't cheat on me. You cheat on your girlfriend, which is bad, but it's not me. So I'm upset with you a little bit because it's the intention that you did to your girlfriend, because if I become a girlfriend, you might do it to me, but it's not me currently, so it's not me. I might be special. I'm special. You know I'm special. I know I'm special, so it's not me. I'm a little upset with you for doing it, but then again, it's like, it's not me. Plus, I'm in my 20s. She's probably old as fuck. Like, let's just call it for what it is, because being, like, past 22, you're fucking old to most kids. So, like, she's probably fucking old. She probably is, like, in a grandma's outfit right now. You're 30. She's probably 29. I'm 21, or at least early 20s. Like, fuck. That's what that is. That's what that is. That is what it is. You didn't cheat on me. You cheat on her, not me. So, yeah, the door's still open, though.
Like, make up for your actions, don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances.
And yet, he still continued to run with the story, and even states that her intention was to write a Google Doc as soon as she found out he was a cheater.
When Mal would find out about the girlfriend, she would decide to write a Google document.
Based on the call, we know this isn't true. So the next question people asked is, why run the story at all? Both the document and the video's existence are framed as a call to action, to get other girls Sykkuno has slept with to speak up, help his girlfriend, and bring him to justice.
So look, according to Mal, there are countless other victims. It is completely up to them on whether they want to come out with their side of the story or not. And I also encourage them to speak out. When it rains, it pours. And right now, the
shut up. When they say stupid shit like this, I just want to fucking punch him in the throat. Shut up.
Accountable.
This mission statement is brought down by other details about this video. On one hand, it sounds like he's talking about Jeffrey Epstein, when in reality, it's this dweeby guy who got famous and banged a bunch of adults. Additionally, Mugen showed an unblurred image of Mal's conversation with Sykkuno's girlfriend, revealing her identity and thus attaching her name directly to all of the humiliation she was being put through. This is without even mentioning that, as will become apparent in Sykkuno's response, his girlfriend was not informed.
Your line was, you lied to me, and I don't want to talk to you. Right? Thank you, Bri. Thank you, Bri. Thank you, my dude. Your line was just that. If you bitches just said with that, you had a fight. I would probably even agree with you, chicks. I would probably be on your side and be like, okay, you got a point. You cheating on his girlfriend. It's kind of fucked up, but it is what it is. Like it's fucking horrible to do that to someone. You shouldn't do that to people, because that, you know what I'm saying? Like, You know, especially if you're a person of status, you should have a higher sense of responsibility to yourself, blah, blah, blah. I understand that sentiment, but when you girls start doing some weird shit like this, fuck you.
Acted like their goal was justice for her, describing her as neglected and depressed, they ultimately contributed to that very issue. This all makes it clear that the real intention of the video was gossip, from the opening lines to the forced memes he ends it with. Mugen knew it would be a big story, that it would get him views, subscribers, and money. If he had been honest about that from the get-go, I honestly don't think he would have gotten nearly as much pushback as he did. But to act as if this expose was a virtuous documentation of a serial predator instead of a drama slop video about a Twitch streamer is to lie. With so many issues, the video generated a lot of reactions, most of which were taking issue with the terminology used.
It's just that, when I think of predator, I think of somebody who is messaging 13-year-old girls or something like that, right? And trying to meet up with them.
Predatory is insane, dude. If manipulation is BF sword, predatory is bloodthirster.
Yep.
A predator.
Okay, predator is a pretty big word. What did he do? Did he do a jungle clear and forget the scuttle crab? That's punishable by death in China, by the way.
XQC also left a comment on the video asking, if he can only date people that are as or more famous than he is, then who could he have dated during his peak era?
Right. This is why I said this is not even a power thing. This is just, I know he's famous. That's it. This is not even a power thing. There's no power struggle. There's no power dynamic here. It's just a dude who's famous and people can't handle it. So therefore, when they get the slightest of negative pushback from said famous dude, they think he's a predator, he's this, he's that, he's on everything under the third. That's what it is. Peak era, no one says that. but you get the concept, right? But it is what it is. That's what it's happening here. This is why, in a weird way, I don't know, this is kind of dishonest to a degree, but you have to understand to a degree. You can't really date anyone when you're, the irony of being famous, and I don't know how it is to be famous at all, but I'm just saying based on my experience with other people when I am doing, when people see the number I have, they do act kind of weird. But the thing is here, I'm just using an example, using myself. Okay, so for instance, if you're a person who is just starting out, no one's gonna talk to you. If you're a YouTuber and you have a few hundred followers, you're not seen as nothing, right? And trying to pick up women with that type of status is you really can't pull anyone, right? Because you have nothing of any real value, right? But when you become famous and you have few tens of thousands, 100,000s, even millions, you can date people. Now you have to be cautious of everyone you come across, because now you don't know if the person that you're talking to is genuinely into you because they're into you or because they know that you're famous. So again, you're kind of in the same situation but different. You're in the same lake but different boat. That's what it is. So you can't date anyone because you're broke and you don't have anything going, but you can date anyone, but you don't know if anyone's gonna actually want to date you, or actually dating you for you. You're dating you because you have stuff. So yeah, uncharted rivers. Yeah, have you ever gone heavy Nakamicon? I thought you were supposed to do that. I was so certain you were supposed to do that. I know you brought that up. I was so certain you was going to do that, dude. They're having the Comic-Con. Let's go. Okay, let's go. I was so certain. Yeah, I knew he was going to. Yeah. But, but you're walking in some uncharted territory because you don't know who's going to be for you, right? So you're in this weird situation where you can get bitches, but you don't know if they like you. And you'll never know they actually like you, especially if things go wrong. Right? You can never really truly tell. So you can never really be in a sense of peace. And this is where I say this is a bit dishonest, but it kind of makes sense. If you're going to want to look for someone for you in a romantic relationship, I don't think you should look for anyone with the current account you have that states, hey, I'm big and famous. I think you should use a no name and then get to know people normally. Now that's where that kind of gets kind of muddy, because if you're going under a different name and pretending to be someone else, or you're still yourself but you're using a different name, that can cause a riff of problems. as well. So like it's a weird situation where you can't really win, nor you're not really gaining. So, and depending if you decide to tell people, hey, look, I'm this person and this is what I do, and you know, that's what I'm known for. It might piss them off a little bit, or it might shock them, and the shock might overtake their thinking, which might cause problems in the future in the long run, because if they feel disingenuously, lied to, they can use that against you to destroy you. So, like, it's never a real win. So many heavies.
There were 0 creators that qualify that. Please respond. Mugen would reply directly, stating his girlfriend. He could have simply dated his girlfriend that he lived with, and not lied to her for over 5 years while playing dating simulator with every female content creator in existence. He's not exactly wrong, but this once again puts the focus of his stated intentions on aiding Sykkuno's girlfriend in some way. Just remember that for later. People on Twitter began arguing about the issue en masse, including a VTuber named Powder. She was one of the many Sykkuno tried to talk to, although she had a very different takeaway, with her saying that some women were trying to play victim as if they didn't have a brain in the situation, and labeling Sykkuno as a predator so that their testimony would be taken more seriously. Her perspective was that Sykkuno was, and I quote, forward with his riz. So regardless of his act, it was obvious that if he was like this with her out of the blue, he probably spoke to a bunch of other girls in the same way. She specifically remarked that she never felt manipulated by him. Mugen responded by suggesting that Powder appealed to misogynistic viewers to make money, and that her opinion on Sykkuno was based on that, before saying, Mugen was never really a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. This statement confused a lot of people, myself included.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Listen, I have no problem when a woman don't want to. I don't have no problem with a woman says if she doesn't date a certain race of people, that's her preference. There's nothing. I don't think there's actually nothing wrong with that per se, because what you're gonna tell you I'm into some race that I'm not into just for the sake of, like, think of it this way: if a black woman said I'm not into white guys, is she racist? No, I don't think she's racist. She's just not into white dick. That's it. She might have white friends. She might have good relationships with white people, but she's not into white dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, like, why she has to hide that she's not into, like, certain races of people. Why she has to. Like, you don't have to be disrespectful. I understand that. I get that sentiment. But when a chick says, I don't date a certain race of people, not because they're horrible, it's just not interested in them, I don't find them X, Y, and Z, I don't think that's a problem. Yeah, date who you're into. It's like this. It's like if a guy says if a dude says I don't date skinny chicks, I only date fat bitches. No one's gonna say he's horrible for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he said that exact same line, he said, I'm into fat hoes, I'm not into those skinny bitches, he will get plotted almost instantly. Like, think of it in that sense, right? In that same context, whether it was a white guy, a black guy, a Hispanic guy, an Asian guy, indigenous dude, whatever the fuck you want to call it, if a dude said those exact words, he will not meet any form of repercussion ever so. You gotta date and marry before you get it in. Get it in, right? Right, you gotta court them, bro. You gotta court them. Gotta wait for, but like the part that kind of confuses me is like, okay, Mugen's never been a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about being canceled, my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. That's a confusing statement. You can't stand minorities, but you're dating a black guy in secret? I'm not really understanding that at all. It's like those people who talk about white supremacy all goddamn day, but they're dating a white guy, right? Like, think of it that way. There's people are politicians. Like I think AOC is this. She talks about white supremacy all damn day, and she has a white guy. What's his name? Don Lemon. He's a gay man. He's a fucking simp and an idiot. But like he's a gay man, right? but he talks about racism all goddamn day and white supremacy, but he's dating a white man. The BBC go crazy, I guess. I guess so. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I have no issue if she says I don't date a certain minority of people. I don't care. That's not an attack on me. I don't think that's a problem. I don't think that's an attack on white guys. I don't think that's an attack on minorities. If anything, always look at it this way. If a woman says, or any type of woman says, I don't date a certain race of people, that's just one less bitch you're not gonna fuck. Your life is not changed. And I don't think they're racist for saying that. I honestly don't think they're... Now they say, I don't date a race of people and because they're disgusting. That's a little bit of a different story now. Now you're putting absolute context in the sense of disregarding their whole everything because of, I don't know, an experience you had or some shit. That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. I don't understand that. Like, how can you say that? Not all of them are the same. You know what I'm saying? You may have a bad experience with one or two of them. But just because you had a bad experience doesn't mean that all of them are like this. Now, I'm not saying go date them. You should. No. I'm just saying to put a full context on the whole people like that is crazy. That's insane. You won't get the glizzy you dare, you desire, right? The only question is, bird, will you stay? Right? So, like again, if a black woman says, I don't date white guys, I don't think that's or she didn't give any comments. She just doesn't find white guys attractive. I don't think that's a loss on the white guy. I don't think that's the loss on the white guy. That's just one black woman you ain't fucking. I don't think if an Asian girl says, I don't date black guys, I don't think that's a racist. I think she's just not into black guys. She might be nice to black people. She may not even have a bad experience. She just don't find them attractive in the sense of wanting to fuck one. It is what it is. That's just a preference. She don't have to give her reason. She just doesn't find that particular race of people all that attractive. She's not saying they need to be exterminated or anything like that. But, you know, it is what it is. Let me see. Watch the... We'll give a rundown on the vid. Yeah, watch the vid. Watch the vid.
Included because it's without context and just a weird thing to say. I'm gonna.
That is a weird thing to say. That is a weird thing to say.
A reliable narrator. So when his video eventually comes,
I don't know why you kids come in here and be like, "What did I walk into?" Within 10 seconds of a video, like of a stream. Sit down, shut the fuck up, and watch the video, and then you'll see. Oh, okay, I get what he's saying. Because my mom did that same shit. Woman though, she did that same shit. I was talking about women. She didn't know the whole context, and she got mad at me and said some crazy shit to me, my mod. And I said, wait, hold up. Before you get mad, let me explain. And then when I did, she's like, oh, I get it now. Yeah, women are horrible. It was the funniest thing. I was talking in the context of what was the context about women. That was true, too. And when she heard the first 5 seconds of what I said, she said I was horrible. I was mean, right? But I was like, wait, let me give you context and let me explain. And when I did, she's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Women are horrible. I can't stand them too. This shit was wild. I was like, okay, see, this is why you're my mod. Because even though you fucked up, you can at least admit you was wrong. And I was just the first thing I heard was really funny. I get it, but like, you know how many people do that? They do that a lot. And then they assume what I'm saying is some type of like, well, there'd be like degeneracy or some form of like misogyny or some shit like that. Some fucking hawks. Yes, it's hawks. But yeah, it's funny though. It's funny. I'm not saying that you're upset or anything. I'm just saying it's a constant thing that happens a lot. And then that's when people actually listen to what I'm saying, like, oh shit, I get what he's saying. I'm gonna subscribe. It's funny.
About me being canceled by my audience for secretly
the funniest part for me is when she said, oh no, you're right, women are horrible. Remember, I was like, yeah, I said in context when she walked in, I said, you bitches are horrible because of this. She's like, how dare you say that? That's mean. You're mean. Why would you say that, Art? I was like, wait, hold up. And I explained, she's like, oh no, you're right. Women are horrible. I hate them too because they do the same shit to me. It's like, come on, man. Like, come on. You think I'm gonna say something insane and I explain myself? Come on, that makes no sense. You can't make a I always learned this within my years in college, especially in psychology. Do not make a statement and don't have something to back it up in some form, because you're gonna look insane. You're gonna look insane. If you're walking in a room and you hear something that sounds insane, don't make a quick judgment on it. Hear what the person's saying and then make a logical, consensus on it. But when you hear the first 5 seconds of something, you don't know what the conversation is about. That's just like, let them cook. Let them cook. You know what I'm saying? See, like PT, for instance, she's one of my viewers. She watched me for a good while now. She hears what I'm saying. She knows when I say, you bitches, she's know I'm not talking about her. Because I give context of what's going on and then make at least a logical statement to why we got to that point. But whenever I say the derogatory terms, she knows I'm not talking to her. Because she doesn't identify with it. If you identify with the shit I'm saying, I'm probably talking about you. Or I'm talking about someone you know. Whether it's your mom, your sister, your brother, your kid, your uncle, your father, it don't matter. It is what it is.
Dated a black guy, even though
shit, I could be talking about my own family. You don't even know what I'm talking about. I probably talk about my own fucking sister, my mom, my dad, for all you know. So it is what it is.
I can't stand minorities. Please don't trust him. This statement confused a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a confusing statement, bro.
Included, because it's without context and just a weird thing to say. I'm gonna expose you for dating a black guy.
I know you dated a black guy. Oh my god, Powder's actually literally race mixing right now.
The fact that he closes his tweet off with a defense of him using the word predator really brings the point home that he was unwilling to consider he may have mishandled this entire thing. In the replies, no one was really sympathizing, pointing out that his bias against Sykkuno had clouded his judgment. 4 days after the video's release, Mugen made a new post to address things. And even then,
I use a lot of examples, right?
The
guy uses those examples. Great reminder. Need to learn psychology for turning mental disorders and powers, right?
The many others who have stayed quiet for years to finally find the courage to talk about their experience.
Oh, just to let everyone know, those who came in, I hope you guys are having a great day. For those, I saw Sky came in, I saw Bird came in. I didn't say hello to you guys. I'm sorry for those who came in and you just came in with me talking and yapping. Sisters, hello. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. For those who are brand new or those who are just coming in from the other few days that came in from before, I appreciate every last one of you guys. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Hey, Sky, and all that stuff. So I say hi to all of you. Sorry about that. I know I was going on a whole yapping diatribe, but that happens. But it is what it is. So I hope you guys who are here, I hope you guys are having an awesome day, a beautiful day, or at least a positive day. If not, then I hope my commentary and or video can make you feel better. If not, I hope that whatever's causing you to have any type of trouble, issue, or problem goes away, or at least withers away eventually, or it gets resolved soon. So there you go.
Unfortunately, with the current state of affairs, that doesn't seem like it will happen anymore, even if they were to somehow fit the image of a perfect victim. And I hope that his ex, who was cheated on for over 5 years, can find the peace that she deserves. He turned off the replies on this tweet, most likely because he wanted to minimize the criticism coming towards his response. The most ironic part is him saying the girls would be vindicated if some hypothetical victims of Sykkuno came forward with their damning evidence on him. Literally, dozens of girls spoke out about their experience with Sykkuno, and not one of them could produce an instance of him doing something illegal.
Yes, this was a lying bitch. She was saying something around the lines of they had sex and then she wasn't really sure how they ended up having sex, because she was like, okay, she was not drunk, she was not high, she was not under no influence. She only said that he wanted to get down and dirty. She said she didn't want to make him feel bad, so she did anyway. Then she said she tried to disassociate after the sex, after he was asleep. He woke up again, they fucked again, and then he asked her about doing something while doing the devil's dance, and she said she's deaf in, I think, one of her ears, which is weird, because when she said this, she said she didn't know what he said based on the asking of the consenting, but she said yes anyway to the thing that she said she didn't hear, which verbatim she said he said this when she said she didn't hear it. So it's like, yeah, that's scary. That's very scary. You can just say you didn't hear anything when you heard it, and you said verbatim what I said, but you said you couldn't hear because you're deaf in one ear. You just need one. Actually, you don't really need 2. 2 makes it double time, but like the fact that you said you don't remember what he said, but you gave us exactly what he said and said you couldn't hear what he said, but heard what he said, and then said yes to this thing that you didn't hear what he said. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of getting cut. You know, yeah, bitch, you're lying.
Legal or something that would warrant the title of predator. Instead, the consistent story was that he was very forward, led them on, and didn't say he had a girlfriend. Anything more than that was Mugen using his
I was waiting for you to say hi. I knew you were going to
brag about his view count.
I always try to
and
say hi to
once
you
again
guys.
Act as a virtuous savior.
You guys come in and say hi. It's only right for me. You guys come in and watch me. It's only right if I say hi and acknowledge your existence.
It's not trendy, because that's just how I was raised, and it's simply who I am. That will never change, no matter how many vultures try to desperately farm my name.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Despite the backlash at the accusers, another girl came out against Saikuno, a Twitch streamer named Leia. She begins by admitting to having asked Saikuno if he was going to EVO Las Vegas, and then asking him for a hotel room recommendation, complaining that they were too expensive. She kind of tries to act as if this wasn't her trying to share a room with him during
the peel
her
was
stay,
forgotten.
but it's extremely
Sour
obvious that
bananas.
that's what this was. So much so that when he proposed the idea of sharing a room, she accepted the offer.
And
Wait a minute.
At first was not against it. I was like, are you sure? Like, no, I don't want to intrude. Like, I don't mind getting my own hotel and all this. Like, I was insistent on being like, oh no, it's fine. He said, no, like, I have extra room, I already paid for it. And he said, no, but there's 2 beds, so like, you'll get your own bed, you know, like.
Once there, they watch a movie together, at which point he made a move on her, and although she grits her teeth and drags her feet to not admit that she reciprocated, that's exactly what she did.
I don't sleep with anyone that I'm not dating.
A few moments.
Fucking liar. I don't sleep with people I'm not in love with or in dating with. Fucks the dude who has 6 million in the bank. Never trust the shit they say at all. Especially when the standard is just so shot out there. Do not believe the shit that they say half the time. Like, come on, man. Come on, dog. Now, you just told every dude who you're probably going to be in a relationship with that you probably are not really trustworthy in the words you say because, you couldn't stay on your laurels on that bullshit. You could not stay on your laurels.
I just gave him oral.
I didn't mean to have sex with him. I was just gonna jerk him off. That's
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
That I'm not dating.
A few moments later.
I just gave him oral.
I didn't mean to have sex with him. I was just gonna jerk him off. That's
I honestly don't know why she's doing the flustered and teary voice when immediately after this, she admits to having intercourse with him the next morning. One detail about this whole thing that became a big meme was that according to her, when he was about to finish, he asked her if he could do it inside of her, to which she agreed, although she claims she didn't really hear what he said because she's hard of hearing.
I don't understand about this part exactly. Not the part she's lying. I just don't understand. Why would you want to in her in the first place? Like, shouldn't it be your mission never to do that, given who you are? 9 times out of 10, like any person, no matter if you're being Saikuno, but especially not married to them. Like, I don't think that's a good idea, my dude. Let me see. Right. Tell us how you felt in the sign language. This way she's quiet. Okay. Recommend claiming soundtrack with Zelda in Hot Spring.
Only after he had finished did she ask him about his relationship status, and then tell him that she doesn't do one-night stands, despite the
This is how dumb this is. This is dumb. She said, I don't date dudes who I'm not in a relationship with. Fucks dude on same day after fucking him. She says this after fucking him. After fucking him. Let that sink in for a little bit. She then says, I do not have relations with dudes I'm not in relationship with, but has sex with dude who she just got in the same room with same day, and then mentions this after they fucked. Okay. You're not playing with a full deck there. I'm just saying. Holy shit. That says it all. Yep, that says it all. She has a ghost face mask on her wall. I didn't see that. What the hell? I didn't even see that, bro. I didn't even see that. Is that Sykkuno right there? Looks like it. Look at a little chubby chibi thing. That's crazy. And eye above her door. Yep. Oh, I didn't see that. Damn, I'm not paying attention. God damn. Good
Point of this video
good eye.
being her
Good eye,
describing a guy that she met up
Are
with
you
a girl
sure
for the
about
first
that?
time and had a one night
Are you
stand
sure
with
about
him.
that?
I do not sleep with people that I do not date.
Shut up.
That is just
She's only saying this because she's too concerned if her parents see this, because she's Asian, so she don't want to disappoint the ancestors. It is what it is. Let's just call it for what it is. She don't want to piss off her parents or make her dad look horrendous if she has a dad in her life. I'm just saying, it is what it is. That's it. Let's be honest.
Oral of mine. I just gave him oral. And he finished inside of me.
Inside of me, and then that was it. And then oral.
I asked him, I'm like, is this normal for you? Like, do you sleep around a lot? And he said, no, I just...
Sykkuno, being Sykkuno, gave her a very half-assed answer and then lied to her about not being in a relationship, which she spins as her being blindsided, although I should note that she only asked these questions after they had been intimate twice. And even long after the fact, she still wanted to be his friend. You just need to take one look at the comments to see how people felt about her testimony.
Woman moment. Woman moment. That was such a woman moment. And you girls say you mature faster. Fuck out of here with that shit. That shit be stupid. You mature faster. You mature in body, but not in mind. Fuck out of here with that one.
With a nothing burger story like this, it would honestly have been better if she said nothing at all, because attracting attention to herself only made people even more skeptical of the accusers at large. One guy named Tenpo even gave his personal account of how he, Leia, and a few other content creators lived together at a house. He claims that during this time, Leia was obsessed with a former boyfriend.
I don't know how that works. How do you do that? You have a certain following, right? And then you move in with other people with a high as enough following as you. Strange people you probably don't even know like that. Like, are these people who knew each other beforehand, or like you just kind of like how does that work? You just is it like a roommate thing? You're looking for a roommate, but you have to have 6 million followers or some shit. Is that how that works? That should be fucking crazy to me. Content house, yeah, like a content house. So like, I always assume like content house only works if you know each other, right? Like genuinely like know each other like that. But like, is it like, okay, I'm doing a content house. I'm gonna get people who are like, what's the right word? They have 600,000 followers. Yeah, at minimum, you need 600,000 followers to live here. Is that how that works? I think that's how that works. I think. I'm not totally sure. I don't know everything, but you know, I think that's how that works. I think that's how it would probably go. Let me see. I can give an inflated head for the majority of the and flattened head. Just because you have the heavies doesn't add the intelligence alone. True. You're right.
Who paid for her lifestyle, trying to get him back for months after he had left. When that didn't work out and the lease for the place that Tenpo was sharing with her ended, she pushed the blame onto him and allegedly started spreading rumors about everyone involved. According to Tenpo, Leia was just doing the same pattern of behavior again, and Sykkuno was just a convenient target. Given this is just what he says, we don't know how true it is, but the fact people were willing to believe it shows how little credence people were giving the accusers by this point in time. And it wasn't just drama channels talking about this. this. Obviously, a lot of Sykkuno's collaborators from his heyday had heard about everything. For example, Valkyrie made a vague tweet about it saying, disappointing, before elaborating on stream saying that she had talked to Sykkuno about everything.
He knows that I was gonna mention it today, and he told me everything, and I am disappointed, as I have been with a lot of my friends in the past. And
someone else who pitched in was
She's a
Pokimane,
fucking
who posted
liar.
a video of her putting makeup on with a very despondent look on her face, captioned, "How it sounds to feel disappointed, but no longer
wait, I'm doing
surprised." This obviously contributed nothing. She also talked about it a bit more on stream, but that time it didn't go unpunished, as fellow streamer XQC reacted, questioning her view.
I think what I really want to say is I am just so sorry for all the hurt that's been caused to the victims, to our communities.
Oh,
I
shut
feel
the
like
fuck
I
up,
feel-
ho. I don't give a hair about your fucking... God damn, I'm about to tell you go make a sandwich. I swear to God, this bitch, I swear to, I'm so tired of her with that stupid voice. Oh my God. It's not a genuine voice. Talk to these people like you talk to your pay pigs. Stop it. This is stupid. This is pissing me off. I'm about to go tell you, go in the kitchen. I swear to God, I'm about to get pissed off. Like, when she speaks, I get mad. Oh my God, stop speaking. Stop talking. Stop talking. Like, oh my God, she pisses me off, bro. Like, why?
The what? The what?
Everyone's hurt and shocked and confusion, and
sounds so fake.
I'm right there with you.
Teach me nice.
asked
Fine.
last, I'll ask again.
Fine.
I don't mean this to be drama at all.
Just
I don't care.
annoys the
I
shit
don't
out of
care.
me.
I'm not even mad at Pokey. Now, please.
Those chemicals will seep into the pores and scalp. The kitchen will be the only
As pointed out by X, it wasn't ever 100% confirmed that Sykkuno's girlfriend was in agreement with how Mao and the other girl's claims were handled in the Google Doc and the Mugen video, as she hadn't publicly spoken about it to say how she felt.
Okay,
this is actually an astute observation from XQC, and it
Oh,
became
wait, I did this
extremely
weird.
relevant on the 16th of
So it
April when
goes like
Sykkuno and
this.
his girlfriend put out a statement together. He apologizes for disappointing the people who liked him, and admits to having lied about being single and serially cheating on his girlfriend. The only hang-up he expresses is that all of this stuff becoming public made it harder for him to make amends with his girlfriend. Additionally, he points out that there have been false accusations against him, which we can safely assume is in reference to anybody calling him a predator. He announces that he'll be taking a break from streaming, and then his girlfriend shares her side. No matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that others were hurt too, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay, with the hopes of repairing our relationship.
What she really says, he has $6 million in the bank and I can't find any other guy, because I think what happens with a lot of women, and tell me if I'm lying, if you guys agree with me, when a woman meets a guy of a certain status, a certain like money or whatever the case may be, when he makes a certain amount or he has a certain lifestyle, she can't just go back to the same old type of dudes that she was fucking with. If anything, she'll do everything to maintain that relationship because she doesn't want to go back to the old dudes, because remember, because she's gonna, it's like if you played in master rank or grand master rank, right? You're okay. Yeah, you say you're a master rank in Overwatch or grandmaster, say grandmaster. You're not even top 500, but grandmaster. And now you all of a sudden, for some odd reason, dropped all the way back to silver or at least bronze. You are not going to feel like you belong here. So everyone else here who's trying to get back up to the ranks of wherever the fuck they're trying to get to, no matter what you do, it's going to be an irritance. Everyone is going to be an irritance towards you because you know they're not going to be doing the right plays. They're going to do everything under the sun that's not right. They're going to argue. They're going to do stupid shit. They're not going to be paying attention. Someone's going to be like literally eating glue in the corner when they're supposed to be doing their job. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what that is, right? So once that reality sets in where she's not going to find another Sykkuno, right? And she has no real, like, I guess, social media presence other than being Sykkuno's girlfriend. And that's really hard to get out of someone's shadow like that. So for her to just leave to be known as the girl who got cheated on by Saikuno is even more worse. So, oh, well, maybe it's just worse. I don't know. But like the fact that she chose to stay with him because she knows he gives her a lifestyle that she can't just have with any other dude, and she just kind of hit the jackpot, she's not going to fuck that up. What type of Elmer's glue, bro? Of all that Elmer's glue. But a affordable bed and make it permanent. Yeah, right. Let me see. Yes, you did. Okay. If they had an ounce of dignity, they would. Yeah, if they had an ounce of dignity, they will just cut off. But because most people don't have that or sense of loyal principles, she's gonna stay with him. So it's not about him anymore. It's about what he can provide at this point now. So like, she's not going to leave him. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of girls wants to be in her position right now. That's why the chick said, tell me the status between you and your girlfriend. You can still talk to me, because what she's really saying is, you have more of a following than I do, and you have more money, and you probably can do stuff, and I can't. I have to work my ass off. So just to let you know, if things go left with you and your girlfriend, just let me know. Just keep me in the know. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that you're letting know that you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Positions, you say. You know, that's literally what it is. Sadly, what it is. I'm not even trying to make fun of it. This is just literally a fact of things. This is why a man is... Okay, this is why men will be valued when they're much older than they are when they're younger. Because when you're younger as a dude, you have really nothing going on with you if you're lucky enough to have, like, good enough parents or good enough opportunities, or whatever the case may be, right? But this is where it goes both ways on the spectrum. So when a girl is in her, like, teens to early 20s, mid 20s, or even late 20s, and even probably early 30s, they're still valued based on just their appearance. It's not about their fucking degree. It's not about how smart they are. It's not about how much they accomplish. It has nothing to do with that. That's a lie that liberals have told women at a very young age, that you just need your degree and everything's gonna be fine. You're gonna find a good man. No, most men don't give a fuck about that. They do not give a fuck. A billionaire does not give a fuck that his girlfriend makes millions of dollars. A dude who makes 10,000 don't give a fuck. A girl makes $1 million. She doesn't know. All he cares about if she's hot. That's it. Like, you could be a fat woman, completely fat, and make $10 million every month. If a dude who's a janitor who makes whatever money he makes sees you and doesn't think you're attractive, he don't give a fuck about what you're doing. It's just literally... That's literally just the gif of everything. Let's just call it for what it is. A lot of dudes do not give a flying shit about what accomplishments a woman has done. A woman has done in her lifetime at all. It's all about, is she pretty? Is she nice? Is she kind? Is she willing to give me some ass or give me a relationship? That's it. That's it. That's it. I know that sounds like a very misogynistic way of looking at things, but that is actually the truth. If you don't like it, then that's just you. That's literally how it is. This is just a man way of looking at things. It is what it is. Yep, short and to the point. Really? That's really what it is. Right? But so a girl in her teens all the way to her 30s or early 30s are valued in that sexual marketplace. But when a dude's like, if he's in his 30s and plus, like he's 30, 40, 50, 60, if he has money and resources, he looks way better than the dude who's 20. Yeah, he's then probably may not be as in shape, depending if he did take care of himself. But if he has resources, girls will overlook the dude who has six-pack and be like, well, he has six-pack, but he has no money, so he can't do anything. But that dude over there, he has a dad bod, and he's kind of overweight, but he does got a lot of money. I might suck him off. That's what literally will go through their head. You'd be surprised on how many women will make that decision and be like, they'll say the shit about, oh, I'm only for personality. That's usually when they say shit like this. It's not because they actually care about personality. It's just like they have nothing else going on right now. But if the dude was like a Saikuno, right, his personality is already a persona. So the personality went out the window. It's how much he can risk, how much resources he has. That's really what it is. It's just not even that. This is not even a jealousy thing. It's literally just a facts of life. That's just the way of the land of the sexual marketplace. It just is what it is. And a lot, when you say things like this, you're considered being mean, you're rude, you're compensating, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It is true. It is the fact. It's just a sad fact for most men. And this is what I think Myron was talking about, where the girl who is literally a normal girl from like their early 20s to even early 30s, they have more sexual marketplace than men of the same age, because most men are simps. I'm saying majority of most men, I think about 85 to 80% of most men are simps, because they just want to fuck a woman. They don't even care about the woman, right? They don't care about the dude. Yeah, keyhole door. like they don't care about the woman. They care about getting some ass. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So once that is achieved, it doesn't really matter. Right? It does. He once he gets ass, her value kind of goes out the window almost instantly for him, because he's like, oh, I got ass now. It's like conquering, like, it's like kind of conquering like a mountain. Once you conquer that mountain, it's not that scary or that that hard. It's literally, it was just a video game at this point. It was just a level. You know what I'm saying? A level I was able to pass. That's literally what that is. It is what it is. It's a sad fact, but it is true. So this goes for every man, every woman. On the top of the mountain, hives at the top. People hate facts. Yeah, they do hate facts. It is like, but the reason why most men can say this, or at least come to a consensus, because most men are taught by young that you ain't shit. Most men believe. Tell me if I'm lying, dudes. No matter what your status is in life, you are told you are not absolutely positively, you ain't worth shit if you don't got something going for you. Especially of a certain age. If you're not a certain age, you don't got shit going for you, you're cooked, bro. And I'm not talking about getting married. I'm talking about you're cooked in the sense of like your sexual marketplace is not that, valued. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're doing something so phenomenal, or you thought something so different from everyone else that you just have to be sought out, right? But that's it. That's it. You've been taught this at yay high, especially at like a little bit, like probably after kindergarten, middle school, within the early stages of middle school, you're told that you ain't shit, and you taught this by just social situations. It's not like someone came out and said, "Hey kid, you ain't shit." You just kind of can read between the lines of horrible social aspects of life, of what has happened to you, whether it's straight up bullying, or it's like you try to get with a girl but she overlooks you for another dude, or some type shit like that. Like, you can just see it like that. Yeah, I like quiet that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. So she's not gonna leave him unless he dies. That's the only reason she's gonna leave him. The only way she's gonna leave him if she has a child by him and guarantee that she'll get money. That's it. That's the only reason they will leave. Why do you think in those shows like Love and Hip Hop, all those horrible women are just with those horrible men because, well, you think they like each other? Fuck no. Those men have money and they can provide them something that they can get that the average man cannot at the time. Plus, they're on a TV show, so they have to keep up that contract. So, like, it is what it is. So, that's just... And they have to do a disclosure and all that shit.
Together. This claim from Saikuno's girlfriend that they were already taking steps to fix their relationship without turning it into a public issue had actually been confirmed by Mal herself, who, for reasons I cannot comprehend, had posted screenshots of her messages with Saikuno from a week prior to releasing the document, where he is clearly breaking up with her and saying that they just have to be friends, and she was not taking it well. It seemed that Mal had no intentions of protecting Saikuno's girlfriend. She wanted him to leave his girl and start dating Mal officially.
Yeah, we all knew that. I saw it, like, yeah, we all saw it.
And it's likely this motivation led to the creation of her doc. The other girl involved, Elfie, has ironically been accused of doing the same exact thing Saikuno did, as she was supposedly entertaining him in messages while she was officially dating someone else. All of this is a testament to how goofy this whole saga was by everyone involved.
No, it's not goofy. This just shows how horrible women truly are to each other. You women really have no true loyalty to each other. You only have loyalty to yourselves. That's why I don't trust feminists like that. They don't really have any true loyalty to you women. They only have a loyalty to themselves when it's very convenient. They just use the whole woman thing as a form of grift to get the point A to point B. That's just literally what it is. There's nothing wrong with silence. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with silence. Nothing's wrong with silence. Silence is actually more better than speaking sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's just literally what it is. It's just kind of like it's like Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson. they need racism to, like, you know, do their job. Because if racism gets fixed, they have no job. You know what I'm saying? So that you have to, it is what it is. So it's like a superhero. You need villains for superheroes, right? That it is what it is. But the problem is you're manufacturing villains to keep your job. That's where the problem comes in. It's like that episode of Powerpuff Girls with that dude who looked like Johnny Bravo, but he was pretending to be a superhero. And you found out that the entire time when he was always there on the scene to save the day. Found out that bro was fucking manufacturing the whole problem to look good in front of the girls, so they don't need the girls no more. Which I tell you, the girls, if I was the girls, I would have pulled a whole Akatsuki on the whole town, the whole city of Townsville. They did the bullshit that they did to Naruto. They disowned you for whatever reason, and then when shit hit the fan, and then when they saved the day, they started pretending to be your friend. I would have be Akatsuki that saying, you know what? The day that Naruto saved the whole Leaf Village from Pain should have been the same day he went Pain and destroyed the entire village the same day. I would have did that. Dead serious. Think about it. Think to yourself. If Naruto defeated Pain, and then everyone's like, yay, Naruto thrown up in the air and stuff for saving the day, you should have thought to yourself, you know what? You fuckers really gave me a hard time throughout my life. I think I'm gonna fuck you all up. And just think about it. Like, think really closely about this. This is the same people who said I should have died and everything under the sun because my dad, or I did not, well, he now knows, because we got to figure out his whole dad situation within the Fight of Pain. You now know. So all you need to do is do what you should have done and wiped out these entire people right here. Kakashi's already out of commission to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Most of the village is destroyed. Everyone's tired. There's no one to really protect it. The fourth Hokage's down. So this is the perfect time to just take out everyone right now. The Katsu's gone for now. Pain and his peoples are gone. So why not? Just finish what they started, but something different. If only my guy was there. Right?
Despite doubling down over the days since the video's release, now that Sykkuno's girlfriend had responded, Mugen was feeling the pressure tenfold. So he put out a new video addressing the developments, wherein he finally recants his use of the word predator.
Before using it, I even made sure to double check its definition in multiple dictionaries. I
Oh, shut up.
Afterwards, though, that for many people, that word is only reserved to describe pet or sexual predators. It made it seem like a hit piece, exaggerating things, and it also made it seem like Sykkuno had committed very serious crimes.
Bro, you're only making this video because you got called out hard, and then it was just too much for you to bear. You don't give a fuck about any of this. You didn't do that. Stop lying. Just say it. If you said it, I think people will respect you. I got a lot of blowback because I used the word wrong. It is what it is. I was kind of jealous, or I just wanted to get views. If you said that, people were like, okay, at least we know. But when you just say I went to look at the definition twice, fuck you. Fuck yourself. Maybe we could even see Tenten save the... Nah, I can't lie. You're right. Nah.
And that clearly wasn't the case.
He also acknowledges that the video was rushed and biased towards Mal, with whom he spoke directly and was partial to from the get-go. And he then apologized to Sykkuno's girlfriend for accidentally leaking her identity. At the same time, parts of the video feel pretty backhanded, especially when Mugen tries to express sympathy for her.
Listen, I can't imagine what she's been through in just these last few weeks.
Shut
Finding out that
up.
your boyfriend has been cheating on you for years, that he slept with someone as recently as December 2025 behind your back, and that he was still trying to arrange a meetup with someone else as you were already trying to fix your relationship after what had happened in December. I mean, seriously, it's just insane. The fact that this went public is unfortunate.
This is bitterly ironic.
I don't know. It's kind of funny how the dude who pretends to be an anime character is literally has a lot of sex escapades with a lot of chicks. Jesus Christ, that is crazy. That is crazy. The Ramen Man and his daughter Hinata Kakashi Ryuka. Yeah, only a few from the Hidden Leaf matter. Yeah, only a few. Only a few.
considering that Mugen is the main guy who exploded this document in the first place, and arguably the main reason the drama got as big as it did. The argument could be made that Sykkuno's girlfriend never would have found out if not for the document or the video, but we know that's not true because Mal and Alfie talked to her before the document went up and explained the situation already. This once again makes it clear that for all parties involved in making this public, the intention was humiliation and drama farming, not justice. I'd argue the only people who were actually honest about their intentions from the start was everyone posting memes about the situation, and there were a lot of them.
My XP bar is low. Brother, what does that even mean?
Yes, I did cheat on all 6 of those women, or was it 8? Ah, I'm such a baka.
Like, I don't know if you guys...
Oh my god, Jesus, kill me. Kill me, please.
Realize how much motion you actually need for your side piece to be like, oh, you're a terrible person for cheating on your girlfriend, by the way, but if you still want me, you can have me. Like, this guy was so deep in his bag!
Easily the funniest trend of this whole thing was voice actors reading it as popular characters. The first obvious comparison was Light from Death Note, and this guy did a pretty good job, I'll link it below. But the most viral came from the English voice actor for a My
Wait,
Hero...
what? Go back, I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh,
hear
you're a
that
terrible person for cheating on your girlfriend, by the way, but if you still want me, you can have me. Like, this guy was so deep in his bag!
Easily the funniest trend born out of this whole thing was voice actors reading it as popular characters. The first obvious comparison was Light from Death Note, and this guy did a pretty good job, I'll link it below. But the most
Wait, is that the real voice actor of Light? Did he say that? I didn't hear that.
Born out of this whole thing was voice actors reading it as popular characters. The first obvious comparison was Light from Death Note, and this guy did a pretty good job.
That's not him. No, that's someone else. He did? I'm trying not to. Like, wait, is it him? VA, the VA was a happy man. Wait, was that the original voice actor of Light, Yagami, from the English version? Or this is just an impressionist? I know the Deku one was the real one, but like... I'm not playing, he actually did it. Oh. Yeah, I know the My Hero one, but I don't know if the Light one did. For Light, gotta check. I don't know, it's weird. It's like...
I'll link it below. But the most viral came from the English voice actor for a My Hero Academia character.
I was unfaithful. And I own and fully admit that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right.
With the original situation between Mal, Alfie, and Sykkuno and his girlfriend being put to rest, attention turned to some of the parallel stories that had been brewing about Sykkuno's past misdeeds. A day after the document and video came out, someone made a huge dump thread on how Sykkuno had already been exposed for the same stuff years prior. According to this post, Sykkuno's ex, Lena, who dated him from 2015 to 2019, had spoken at length about how Sykkuno was behind the scenes. He's pretty fake and pretty toxic, but he's decently good at acting like he's clueless and harmless, and most people choose to believe him. When I broke up for good, it was because I found he was telling other girls, specifically his fangirls from his stream, that he was single when he clearly wasn't. My friends tried their best to be his friend, inviting him to do stuff, play games, etc., but he would always ignore them and then complain to me over and over about how he has 0 friends. He never tried to make friends with them because all my friends are pretty normal people. We aren't popular, we aren't streamers. He has nothing to gain, so I guess he just doesn't care. I have no real plans to expose him because he hasn't done anything extreme. I figure he'll just dig his own grave eventually. This paints a much more compelling image of Sykkuno than anything we've gone over so far. She describes Sykkuno as something
if all girls did this and that was it, I don't think there'll be a big problem. You could probably expose them like right with that tweet just alone. I'm just being honest. I think that tweet alone was just enough to expose him because it's not like this doesn't sound like someone who's trying to gain anything. She's just literally telling the truth. It doesn't even sound like that way. You know what I'm saying? Like this sounds just straight to the point. Like that sounds more believable. That hair though, yeah. Look at the hair. Gaslighting is ineffective for the gotta check. That that's crazy.
A ruthless social climber
that's
who
crazy,
isn't
dude.
really loyal to anyone and doesn't have friends as much as he has relationships with people that he can get something out of.
Right.
She claims that the one exception is the streamer who got him started in the first place, Lily Pichu. Not because he doesn't get something out of that relationship, but according to Lena, he has some kind of love-hate obsession with her where he'll speak ill of her but then obsessively check her social media. The thing she brings up as an example is the fact that, as has been widely documented, when Sykkuno first first met Lily all the way back in 2013, he gave her a bouquet of flowers, which is something Lena says she didn't get from Saikuno even after they started dating. It's hard to say what exactly is going on there, but maybe the guy has some conflicted feelings. There are also some other accounts from girls that I think are worth going over. Saikuno disrespected my physical boundaries and clearly has a disregard for consent in general. He's one of the most powerful men in streaming, and to use that power to take advantage of women who thought they could trust him. I was still a teenager when he targeted me. This goes beyond cheating to a claim that he assaulted someone who was a minor. But as for direct evidence, none was given. This was cross-posted on Reddit, where we find this comment. As someone who's a regular in Suko's chat, she talked about this in last night's stream before she tweeted. She said she was 18 when Saikuno made a move on her, and that she and Saikuno had been friends for a year at that point, and that up to that point, she'd always believed things were entirely platonic between them. While as her viewer, I admit I may be biased, if she intended her tweet to be taken another way, I don't think she would have mentioned the particulars of her age on stream yesterday. I've looked through a few sources, and I can't find the VOD where she talks about this, but I assume no more evidence was presented for this specific claim, so that's as far as it can really go. A similar story was told by Icy Lynn Winter, who released her own document after Sykes' statement. They apparently met online when she was 17 and he was 28, but she states that nothing blatantly explicit happened in the time period she was underage. Most of their conversations are just more of the cringy anime style talking, although some of it does veer into weird territory, with him telling her that shorter as it happened in the time period she was underage. Most of their conversations are just more...
Oh god, I actually, yeah, it's a fun game. I don't think I don't think I'm that fun. Don't know anyone who plays. I bought the game a while ago to play with a friend, and I had
more of the cringy anime
never
style talking, although some of it does veer...
What? Oh, okay, so this is what you're into, huh? What did I... So, something wrong? I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong? I'm sorry, huh? Okay. You didn't... I was just messing with you a little, SS sorry, LOL. Oh, okay. Proceeds to talk about transferring his quirk. The quirk is mediocre. You get a mediocre quirk, so he transfers it.
Into weird territory, with him telling her that shorter hair is nicer for hugs and complimenting her hair. After years of online friendship, she says that more recently he made advances towards her. So given she was 17 in 2020, she would be about 23 in modern day when the advances happened. When she finally started to get suspicious that maybe Saikuno was doing the same thing he did to her to a bunch of girls, she confided in her friend about what she was thinking. I point blank asked him if he had a harem or was doing this with other girls, and said I wouldn't mind if that's the case. I just wanted to know so I knew what I was getting into. Was it a case of I'm just easy release? I thought I was special. What, was he gonna juggle us?
Every girl, nearly every girl, not all girls, but every girl thinks this way. I thought I was special. He made me feel special. I'm very special. Why am I not special? Why do you think I'm not pretty? Am I pretty? Oh my god, dude. Every time. Everyone thinks that they're that. Yep.
On different days? The answer to that question was yes. He did do that. As the attention around the story died down, Mal and Alphelia stopped talking about it, and Mugen moved on to other projects. Finally, on June 3rd of 2026, Saikuno officially returned. He opens his stream by saying that he had been consistently working on improving himself and his relationship, and that if things hadn't gotten better, he wouldn't even have come back to streaming.
Yeah, thank you guys, is all I can say. And also, of course, thank you to all my friends, are still supporting me. I don't know if I would have done quite as well if I didn't have such supportive friends who really want the best for me.
Although he keeps his chat in sub-only mode to prevent heavy trolling, his regular viewers seem pretty receptive. Someone who wasn't very receptive is Pokimane, who spoke out about him once again.
I saw Saikuno's back after a month. I've spent longer getting over situationships. I'm not joking.
That's not your problem. That is not your problem. Focus on your fucking stream, bitch. That is not your issue. I don't know why you're saying anything. You said like one tweet and then that's it. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I don't know why you speaking. Why are you even saying anything? Yeah, long ass nails, right? Like shit behind long ass nails. Like what? Disgust me to no end. Like the fuck, not right and noggin right. She like mind your business. Aren't you pushing 30? Don't you have like a secret boyfriend you should be marrying or some shit?
He said 3 sentences, few week vacation. I'm good.
But just like last time, she was unceremoniously put out to pasture by DJ Tone.
Let's go!
I think Pokimane refrains from being actually specific about Saikuno's situation because she just doesn't have much to say about it.
Because she's boring. Bitches like her are boring. They have nothing actually of substance to say. Because what happens is when they do say something, they don't realize they're talking about themselves half the time. They don't realize that they end up talking about themselves. They're usually the boring bitch who thinks they smarter than everyone else, but when they start opening their mouth, they start realizing they're talking about themselves, and don't even realize they're talking about themselves. They lack self-awareness. That's why she's not being direct with it, because she knows if she does, because people are not paying attention or not caring, it's just she thinks she's just saying words and move on, because most men are simps. But if she got real specific of what she was saying, people were like, wait, hold the fuck up. Wait, weren't you in a similar situation? Hey, aren't you pushing 30? Shouldn't you be worrying about yourself? Why are you talking about this person's relationship? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's going to happen. And all you're going to see is a bunch of rabbits saying it's almost time. That's what's going to happen. Dumb bitch.
Claims were blown out of proportion by the first two girls and Mujin. Most legitimate criticisms against Saikuno for being
situation just at 30, right? In this economy? Nah.
Because so many people
we
felt
don't
the
do
need
that
to push
here.
back against the tide of stupidity surrounding it. Saikuno himself had already lost a lot of his viewership
We don't do that
before
here.
the drama broke out. His average was down from its peak of 50,000 to about 2,000 per stream. Instead of this,
wow, he gained. He gained!
Being a result of any big event, it was just the natural life cycle of his career. The shy anime boy act only worked during a specific time period, when a ton of teenagers were stuck inside with nothing to do but watch other people play games together.
Well, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only because you're here.
Once they grew up, they moved on, leaving only the most loyal fans left. And this drama seems to have done very little in moving them from their place in his chat. The one thing it did affect was his relationships with other creators. Pokimane's statement, as much as you can criticize it for being nothing, is a sentiment also shared by the members of Offline TV, people who collabed with Saikuno regularly and were blindsided by the document's release.
This is a guy that I thought I knew well, and I've known this guy for a long time, and I'm just like learning completely brand new things about him. He didn't break any laws, technically, you know?
Then that proves there's nothing wrong. He didn't break no laws, he didn't do nothing. There's a bunch of people who just used the situation to get a bunch of stuff. He didn't do nothing. Well, he did something. I'm not gonna say he didn't do absolutely nothing. He fucked around his girlfriend. That's not good, but it's not socially enough to be like, oh, we need to take away your sponsorships. I don't think so. That kind of happened to Tiger Woods, but that's a little different. I think there was a domestic violence thing going on with that, with his wife and with the what do you call it, the 9-iron that she had, and the car crashing. It's a little bit more extra than that one, but other than that,
like he's not a lawbreaker. He didn't do anything like that, but he did exhibit a pattern of behavior that is very upsetting and concerning.
Like, he didn't have to tell me that he had a girlfriend. I wasn't upset that it's like, oh, you never told us. I think it's more the deception part of it, though, where you're acting fully like you're single, and we wouldn't say anything because we thought you were, so that you can just do this stuff.
Regardless of how the Offline TV audience, Saikuno's audience, my audience, or Mujin's audience, or anyone's audience feels about the severity of what Saikuno did, he did break the trust of many of his former collaborators, and I doubt they're going to be around him again. Although maybe in the future he'll
No, they're gonna get over it. They're gonna get over it. This is not the same as that dude who had CP on his computer or some shit like that, saying he deleted the document and he said it was a virus and all that stupid shit. This is not the same. You know what I'm saying? See, this is the good and bad thing, because what's going to happen is it's going to make the behavior not seem all that heinous. Well, it's not a heinous behavior. It's not a good act either. It's not good. But it's going to be seen as more watered down compared to someone who's like doing something heinous, because we have heard content creators do much more heinous things, like talk to children or do something with a child or something to that degree, where someone cheating on his girlfriend is like, oh God, thank God he cheated on his girlfriend. Oh my God. That's what's gonna happen, right? That's how it's gonna be seen, right? Like, this is why degeneracy is a problem, because the more degeneracy becomes normalized, the more the more heinous degeneracy becomes, the other normal degeneracy that we considered heinous is considered normal now. So what's going to happen is, like I said, because we've seen so many content creators be in spaces where it involves children or children getting, exploited, this is grown adults. So they're seeing like, oh, it's just him cheating. Oh, whatever. But if you say, oh, he was fucking some teenage or some kid, it's a whole different story, Dave. You know what I'm saying? Now, hearing a dude cheat on his girlfriend as like a celebrity or like a e-celebrity like him, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, that sucks, but it is what it is. That's what's gonna be. That's what's gonna be normalized now. Because so many people try to make him look bad in that situation, they actually fucked the whole thing by not being just direct in why they was upset. If they did it that way and said, hey, look, he was cheating and that was not cool, then he would be seen as like a predator. And I'm not in the sense of a predator of like doing things to children, but like as a bad person of social standing amongst his peers in the sense of being deceptive. That's it. Then he'll be seen real scrutiny from that point. But because it was botched by stupid people because they wanted to prove a point or get views, and people who didn't have any form of like principle, he didn't get scathed. If anything, he got flicked on the head. He got a little thump like that on the head. Now he gained more and y'all lost. He won. You guys are fucking dumb. Dumb. All you. Shame on your ancestors. All you. Your ancestors should be fucking ashamed of y'all. Honestly, to be honest with you, if all you met your ancestors, they will hate you. I said every time, if you got to met your actual ancestors from way back when, they will hate you. They will find you annoying, stupid, and degenerate. It is what it is. That even goes for me too. I know for a fact my ancestors will hate me. Straight up. They will find me annoying, stupid. They'll avoid me. Straight up. Jesus Christ.
Second wave of popularity, and hopefully if he does get that, he doesn't make the same mistakes. I've been Turkey Tom, thanks for watching, and until next time, thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the very end. Before I go, I do want to say that the merch pre-order is still ongoing right now.
Okay, I understand that YouTubers like sell merch and stuff, but who's buying a YouTuber's merch? Has anyone bought a YouTuber's merch before? Like, I always hear them like, get the merch, get the merch, get the merch. I'm like, okay, cool, but like, I don't see it. I understand a sponsor, but like when they have their own literal merch, like turkeytomshop.com, who is buying their shit? Like, I don't understand this. Like, I can understand like a game theory, because game theory is like mixed in with a bunch of IPs, like, Five Nights and stuff. That kind of makes sense, right? You're not even buying it because it's game theory. You're buying it because it talks about your favorite game's lore, right? So if you're buying like merch from game theory, you're actually buying merch because they're talking about like, I don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's or some stupid shit, right? That kind of makes sense. But when it's just some YouTuber who talks about commentary shit and they say buy my merch, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You had some good takes, but I ain't doing none of that. I want to, but I don't trust YouTube. I get you. But I don't know anyone who actually bought literal like YouTube merch. I don't know anyone in my entire life has bought a merch from a YouTuber. Every time I heard like YouTubers selling merch, I think of like Logan Paul or Jake Paul, or trying to sell you their Maverick shit. I don't know, it's weird to me. Maybe I'm just weird. I need to jump in that YouTube ecosystem or something. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't think I'm drawing this correctly. It looks like a wing, but it doesn't feel like a wing. Then I'm probably doing something wrong. I tried to buy a YouTuber's plushie. Well, wait. Digital Circus plushie? I'm thinking that's what that is. Or is it like legitimate, like a real plushie? Let's see. Are you guys open for one more video, or you guys want to call it a night? It's 8 something. I don't know if you guys are. I'll make sure I pick a video that's not too long. If you guys want to do one more video. Let me see here. It's up to you guys. Just say yes if you want. Just put Y. If you want to, if you want to do one more video as I work, you can put Y. If you don't want to, just put N. So we'll just end the stream. Let me see. Add a and end. Weenies. I think Sylv is up for anything for right now. All right, let's find something interesting. Nothing about too much like drama because I don't want to get too far into that because that gets a little. Ooh, should I save this? This is 36 minutes. Ooh, I want to do this one. Wait, okay. Okay, so there's a. Oh, I should save that for a video. Now every time I look at a video, I gotta think, is that good for a video? Let me see. All right. Let's step out. You know what? Okay, I can save that for a video. God damn. I don't want to do no more mercy. What happens when a goofy character locks in? That actually sounds cool. Okay, this is 15 minutes. I think this is fine. Okay.
So Mr. Beast is obviously known.
Heads up for anyone that reads Berserk. A chapter has been updated. What? Let's go. Food related. Want food related? Okay, we get food. Oh, it is technically food related, but it says, nah, I don't want to hear about Mr. Beast. Let's get food. Fine. We'll go food. We'll go food. Let's find some food. Okay. What kind of food should we go for? Should we go for? Okay. I'm gonna put a poll up. So it'd be fair for everyone. I'll pull a poll up, bro. Oh, I'm seeing myself. Holy moly, that's kind of cool. Inception. Let's go. All right, so real quick, let me pull a poll. Wait, where's the poll at? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. My bad. Oh. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna give you guys breakfast, lunch, dinner. Dinner. Type of food genre. Okay, guys. So you guys, there you go. You got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You guys can pick, and then we'll break it down. Lunch. Let me see. Geoduck. I'll let you guys do a little quick voting there if you want fun with that. Let's see here. Go. Okay, we got here's the thing up. Everyone pick lunch. Okay, so if everyone picks lunch, okay, in the poll, we'll do one more. So I'll put up what you guys, okay, because these are the different ones. So someone says tacos. You can everyone can have one. Tacos. What do you guys want? This guy wants tacos. What do you guys want? It's pizza. Chinese. You want Mexican? I think that's Mexican. Okay. I think for Sylvie wants Mexican. PT, you want anything, hon? Wrapped. You want wrap? So you want tacos then? Oh, so he wants tacos. Okay, so Syl wants tacos. He don't just want Mexican. He wants tacos. Burgers. We need one more. One more. That goes for my mods. You can put something in my mods if you want to put something for us to watch to eat, and then we'll put a poll. And then I'll break it just in case. Pizza! Okay. Pizza. Pizza, pizza. Pizza, pizza. Pizza. I love pizza. Pizza is one of my favorite things to eat. Okay. Alright, we got tacos, burgers, and pizza. There's about 5 of you, so you guys vote now. Vote now. And the one that gets the most will watch about. So this is gonna, I'll tie break it just in case. So there's 5 of you going. Vote now. So far, Taco's in the lead. Taco's in the lead, bruh. How about them tacos? Sushi. Oh, too late now. You ain't picked burgers. Burgers. Okay, 33 for tacos. I think that's everyone. I think that's everyone now. Let's see. 3 votes. Alright, so I need one more person. We need one more person. There's 5 of y'all. We need one more person to break it. There's 5 of you. I know, there's like one more. Ah, fuck. Wait. Burgers! Burgers! It looks like burgers came into the last second. Let's go. It was me. Let's go, so. Burgers it is. We got burgers. No, don't worry. I won. It's okay. It's okay. It happens. Next time we'll have tacos. Tacos. It's raining tacos. Oh man, I remember hearing that all the time back in 2008, I believe. Burgers. Let's go crazy with it. Let's go like a crazy. Ooh. Let's go crazy. Crazy burger. Crazy burger. 10 burgers, only America was enough to invent. Okay, that sounds fun. Okay.
I love this burger. So
hold on.
delicious.
Hamburgers are...
Yeah, that sounds like fun. It's raining tacos. The uranium of a regular show, right? Oh man, we got, you know what? After this, if we have time, we'll watch the one with the how to make the what is it? Is it the Death Burger? No, not Hawaiian. It was Himalayan burger.
Are a true American classic. They offer something for everyone, from enormous amounts of meat to minis that fit in the palm of a child's hand. The possibilities for burgers are as limitless as the imagination. Whether you crave a basic burger or one topped with spaghetti, there's a burger for
Spaghetti?
everyone. So here are 10 burgers only America can invent, part 1. Take the challenge. Mally's Monster Hamburger. Leave it to Americans to turn eating tasty hamburgers into a competitive sport. That's exactly what they've done at Mally's Sports Grill in Detroit, Michigan. A big burger isn't enough for them because they decided to craft a giant 10-pound burger with a huge 6-pound beef patty with all the fixings. They offer this all-American burger to hungry customers, and then they dare people to eat it.
Dog dare you.
If a customer does indeed consume one of these giant burgers in the 2-hour time limit, then he is rewarded with a free meal, a t-shirt, and $100 in cash. However, the
Fuck the t-shirt, just give me the dollar.
burger itself will cost you $39. This is either an expensive hamburger or a cheap way to give yourself a heart attack. Many restaurants have laid claim to their own version of a monster burger, and some of them are even more monstrous than the one Mally's offers.
Inconceivable.
However, at some point, burger lovers will want quality over quantity, and that's when a monster burger becomes a novelty, or perhaps even a punchline.
I make a
Size
mean
it up.
spaghetti. I
The
believe
White
you.
Castle slider.
I believe you, hon.
I want 30 sliders, 5 French fries, and 4
Oh, hold on,
large
2 of you.
cherry cokes.
Instead of marketing ever bigger burgers, this chain has contented itself with finding a mini burger niche. A lot of restaurants have jumped on the mini burger or slider craze, but White Castle has been going small for decades. White White Castle was founded in 1921 in Wichita, Kansas. The original location was a big success, and the founders decided to turn their burger business into a chain. White Castle operates in 13 states with 377 locations, with most restaurants located in the Midwest.
Oh, you betcha, yeah.
Yeah. White Castle is the original king of sliders, and the classic little hamburger is the top seller. But the restaurants also offer several variations of this.
I don't know. I think they sometimes overcharge with these little sliders though, because they'd be really, really small, bro. And you'd be like probably paying the same price for that as a bigger burger. I would never buy these. Like, don't get me wrong, they do taste good. White Castle has some good little sliders, but like they'd be too fucking small. You'd be finishing them within under like 3 minutes. It should be like fucking horrendous. Yeah, they overcharge. It's like, I feel like that's the problem. It's just like, nah. I will never go to White Castle just for that reason. Like, that's the reason why I've never went there ever since. Like, nah.
Classic, as well as options like a breakfast slider, a barbecue brisket slider, and a fish slider. There is something refreshing about a successful hamburger chain that has built its success on quality rather than quantity. Although some people might look at the mini burgers as just as much of a gimmick as a giant burger, taste still reigns supreme. Tiny burgers wouldn't last almost 100 years if they weren't delicious. PB&J and burger.
What? What? Oh, fuck no. What? No. What? What? Hawaiian bread. Is Hawaiian bread that good? Never had Hawaiian bread.
Still reigns supreme. Tiny burgers wouldn't last almost 100 years if they weren't delicious.
You say that now,
PB&J and burger.
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
There's no doubt the peanut butter and
I
jelly.
don't know. Every time I see that scene with him doing that, I just... Why the fuck did they do this to my boy Brian? Like, every time I see that. It's never funny. It just feels cringe. It just feels so forced. Every time. Yes, teach 1,000 times yes.
Sandwich is a true American classic. It's already been established that
did you
hamburgers
say yes?
are as American as it gets.
Crazy.
So is it only natural to try to combine these two classics?
No.
Seems like the PB&J hamburger could go either way, and probably depends a lot on the exact choice of ingredients. A sugary spread of peanut butter and a glob of garish grape jelly is not going to work for most people. Hard pass. Even if they love both sandwiches.
I don't think that sounds horrendous. I don't know. Ew. Hawaiian bread is worth it. Okay. I'll definitely try. I'll have to buy some one day. I probably will.
Foodie-inspired recipes have tried to sidestep these potential pitfalls with ingredients such as spicy pepper jelly and melted brie cheese, along with a mild peanut butter. While this might be easier to swallow than the more generic alternatives, perhaps not all great tastes taste great together. A case can be made about sweet and salty going together well with certain kinds of foods.
Sweet and salty.
But if this particular burger creation rubs you the wrong way, you're probably not alone. Americans love burgers, and they tend to embrace extreme burgers with ingredients like
he said, okay, here's a dip for Hawaiian rolls. Slightly heat them up. Ooh, what? Dip. He said tip. Here's a tip for Hawaiian rolls. Slightly heat them up, the bread, while warm is good. So good. Not too long. You have to, 30 seconds, I guess? You said for not long. For it sound like a 30-second thing, remember. Okay, why keep on piping up why keep on piping up every other bit? What do you mean piping? What do you mean?
Huge amounts of meat, piles of bacon, and tomato sauce. However, the PB&J burger could likely be relegated to niche status.
Hey, Anna.
Of the same, the s'mores burger.
I always carry emergency s'more rations in my car.
S'mores are the perfect treat to enjoy around the campfire or any summer celebration. The beloved trio of chocolate bars, roasted marshmallows, and graham crackers is a sweet treat unlike any other. However, this isn't enough for some hamburger lovers. Someone decided to combine their love of burgers with their love of s'mores.
Delicious hot schmoes. They're called s'mores, Buzz.
Because in America, enough usually isn't enough. In the topsy-turvy world of extreme hamburgers, it isn't surprising that there is more than one version of the s'mores burger. Why? Some of them go all the way and essentially add a burger patty or two.
It just now hit me what they're saying. Oh my god. It just now hit me what the fuck we're looking at. What the hell? He remembered I make a new account. I had to make a new account. I remembered. Brian reminded me, so I made sure that that's you. So used to saying Analia, so it's gonna say random art. So I'm gonna remember that now. S'mores a burger impossible. I don't know. Would you guys try this? I don't think I would try this. I feel like it'll be weird. Like, depending on how the burger's made, it's usually tastes, depending on how it's made, with something as sweet as, like, graham crackers. That sounds horrendous. I don't know. That sounds horrendous. I don't know. My taste buds will be confused and probably upset at the same time. They are better separated. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy.
To the traditional chocolate, marshmallow, and graham cracker that makes up the famous summer treat. Other variations are a little less gluttonous, adding the sweet flavors and more subtle combinations, such as buns encrusted with graham crackers, and burgers topped with marshmallow sauce and some chocolate. At least one of these sweet and salty combinations uses cocoa-infused bread instead of a plain bun. The s'mores burger tries to appeal to many people's penchant for mixing sweet and salty. However, this decadent burger seems much more like a fairground novelty that will be gone with the summer. Vive la French onion soup burger.
Okay. I'm no part of this. I am not the target audience. You said soup? Fuck you. I am not doing it. I am not taking part of this conversation.
Hamburger.
I would like to
The French may not be known for eating hamburgers, but they are known for things like French onion soup. Americans eat their share of soup too, but probably eat more French onion dip with their favorite chips than they eat French onion soup. Nevertheless, this French classic is fine inspiration for a unique hamburger taste. It comes pretty naturally because many people eat onions on burgers, both raw and grilled, so the French onion soup burger simply takes it to the next logical step.
Wait. Is it a burger or is it a soup? Because if it's a soup, I ain't fucking with it. If you're just calling it soup, that's a different story.
The French may not be known for eating hamburgers, but they are known for things like French onion soup. Americans eat their share of soup too, but probably eat more French onion dip with their favorite chips than they eat French onion soup. Nevertheless, this French classic is fine inspiration for a unique hamburger taste.
I ain't fucking with
it
this.
comes pretty naturally because many people eat onions on burgers, both raw and grilled, so the French onion soup burger simply takes it to the next logical step.
These go to 11.
This classic French soup is known for its sautéed onions and melty, gooey cheese. And that's exactly what the French onion soup burger borrows from it. Because cheese and onions go so
it
well
just looks like a burger. Is that a burger? Teacher favorite. you fry, goddamn. Let me see. I had a stroke hearing that.
Hamburgers, this is destined to be a popular choice among extreme burgers. For many burger lovers, the combination of sweet sautéed onions, cheese, and meat will be enough of a sweet and salty flavor fix to satisfy them without turning to something a little more nutty. California Roll Burger.
I recognize that. That is Japanese for California roll.
The Japanese are famous for their Kobe beef, but you don't necessarily think hamburger when you think about Japanese cuisine. If you are a lover of California rolls and all the flavors they entail, then this might be the hamburger for you. It starts off simple enough with
Why is it called California rolls when it's just sushi? Is there a reason for that? I'm kind of confused. Let me see. They turned the soup into a burger. If it's a solid, like... If it's like a solid, like... If it looks like just like a burger I can pick up and eat, then I'll eat it. But, like, I'm not eating no soup. I'm not drinking no soup. I hate the concept of soup. You can call it soup if you want to, but, like... If it's, like, literally just, like... a soup-inspired, like, burger, it's still a burger I can pick up and eat, then I'll give it a try-ish. but I'm not going to. See, the thing is, it's not the taste of the soup, it's the concept of the soup in general for me. So, like, cereal soup, I don't know, it could be tomato soup. I make exceptions for ramen. Y'all call it soup, I don't. I have schizophrenia, fuck you. Anyway, the point is like, if it's just a inspired thing saying you're calling it soup, but it's literally a burger, and it just kind of, like, tastes like onion soup, then with meat, then I might give it a try, but I'm not eating no soup in the bowl. That shit's gonna piss me off. Like, it is what it is. I always gotta explain my schizophrenia on this every time. It never fails. It always an issue. Oh Jesus! So this will always follow me to my grave for the rest of my life. Blasphemy. They turned the soup into a burger. It's not really soup. Why are we turning it into a burger? I'm not sure. Oh no, wait, there is. Given when Moon touch food, it's turned into a burger.
A juicy Angus patty cooked to perfection. This sounds like enough for many burger lovers, but this California roll burger is just getting started.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
To the tasty beef, Chef Katsu adds toppings such as crab salad, sliced avocado, and pickled ginger. He tops it off with some nori, seaweed, and a fresh-made shoyu wasabi mayonnaise. There are plenty of variations of California rolls, so there are almost an endless number of possibilities for a California roll burger. But things like seaweed may not endear this particular burger to a lot of burger lovers who may be looking for some more traditional toppings like lettuce.
Gotta go. I'm at my cousin's something quinceañera.
Try for yourself to see if this is a terrific blend of
probably
Japanese and American
watch that,
foods or a concoction that's an acquired taste.
People, so I
The
gotta go.
octuple bypass burger.
Why can't I have a heart attack?
Schizophrenia. Also watch that too. No, I don't have it. I'm just saying that as a joke.
Intense food
Okay.
experiences a person
But
can have.
later,
And
Anna.
of course, it's
Be safe,
only
hon.
available
Okay,
in the
into a
heart of
burger. It
Sioux
was a
City,
curse.
USA. Las Vegas is home to many burger joints and food challenges, but nothing compares to this behemoth found at the Heart Attack Grill. Coming in at a whopping 20,000 calories. Yes, you heard that right.
Is she a little person?
And food challenges,
Is that a little
but nothing
person?
compares to this behemoth found at the Heart Attack Grill. Coming in at a whopping 20,000 calories. Yes, you heard.
Yeah, that's a little person. Huh. The burger's as big as her.
That right. This one burger has enough calories to last a normal human being about 10 days. Measuring in at about 1.5 feet tall, the octuple bypass burger is the largest and most intimidating item on
like
Heart
it
Attack
was-
Grill's menu.
was
It
before just
features
burger.
8 beef patties, 40 slices of bacon, a hefty helping of chili, and of course, topped off with more slices of cheese than we can even count.
Oh,
64 slices of American cheese.
Being a food challenge of epic proportions means many people won't complete this challenge. Usually, this would simply mean taking a walk of shame home with a full stomach, but not at Heart Attack Grill. Here, if you don't finish the challenge, a very uncertified nurse will make you bend over and give you a good old-fashioned spanking for not finishing your food. While some people will love this burger and the
I have
experience
this weird feeling if women took part of this, they're just gonna get a little tap on the ass. When men, they go full throttle on their ass. I have a feeling that's how it works. Yep, she bite-sized pun indeed. I want that nurse outfit.
that comes with it.
I'm pretty sure you can rock it.
All very
Rock nurse
unappetizing. But
outfit,
one
bro.
thing is for sure, this is a burger
bro.
and dining experience you're only going to find in America. Two great tastes. The pizza burger.
Okay, I'm fucking with it. I know so you may not. See, I'm kind of crazy for saying this, but like I'm fucking with it. I love burgers and I love myself some pizza, very much so. You know, it's one of my favorite things to eat. So yeah, yeah. Burger pizza, let's go. It looks nice too.
Oh Lord, of course it's a good idea.
Question. What foods are more popular in America than hamburgers and
You're right,
pizza?
I won't.
Answer, nothing. Hamburgers are great, and pizza is great, so it's only natural to combine the two beloved treats into one even better food experience. This
Let's
is
go!
a no-brainer that probably
No
makes
ketchup though. I'm not putting no ketchup on my pizza burger. That's gonna be weird. That's one thing I wouldn't try. I will not put the ketchup in my pizza burger. It's gonna piss me off.
A lot of sense to burger and pizza lovers alike. There are a number of variations on this pizza burger theme, and not surprisingly, most of them look pretty delicious. Some of them feature a beef patty and pizza toppings between a traditional bun. Others go the whole hog and place a patty with pizza toppings smothered between either slices of pizza or even a pair of small personal pizzas.
Ooh. Special pizza. Ooh.
Pizza time. There is plenty of room for personal touches, such as the kinds of cheese and meats used on the burger itself and on the pizzas. Pepperoni and mozzarella are always popular choices for pizza, so they would likely be popular on pizza burgers. While the pizza burger is truly over the top, it looks like one well worth trying. However, there is one question that deserves to be answered. Is this really a hamburger that includes pizza, or a pizza that includes a hamburger? Maybe sampling one or two of these tasty creations will help us find the answer. Mangia, the spaghetti burger.
Nanja?
Italian cuisine is extremely popular, so it might seem like a no-brainer to combine it with the elements of a classic American hamburger. You be the judge. Instead of a traditional bun made from boring old bread, the spaghetti burger features, not surprisingly, a bun fashioned exclusively from long, soft noodles.
Noodle soup.
This is certainly an Italian twist on a bun, but it might not be the best choice for a burger. Part of the fun of eating a good burger is
what's
that
up,
you can
Alive?
eat
What's going
one
on?
with your hands. No
Wait,
fork,
so this is
knives, or
basically
even
a real life
plates
crusty
required
crab
to
pizza,
enjoy
pretty
a
much.
hearty meal. On
Yeah, you're
stronger
right.
footing is
Oh my
the
god, I
meat
didn't think of
patty,
that.
which is actually
You're right.
a spicy meatball.
Mamma mia, that's a spicy meatball.
This tasty meatball is filled with creamy mozzarella cheese and is topped with traditional marinara sauce and sprinkled with Parmesan flakes for an authentic Italian flavor. The spaghetti bun may or may not be a winner, but this burger's success ultimately rests with the quality of the meatball patty.
Let's
If
go.
the meatball patty tastes as good as it looks, then the spaghetti burger is a real winner and deserves a place in Italian-American lore. The America Burger.
As long as I'm not putting a ketchup in my spaghetti, I'm good. I'll eat it. Because it's gonna be weird to put ketchup on spaghetti, even though it's pretty much just this, like, it's still tomato sauce but tastes different. I can't do it. It will just piss me off. I think that'll make a lot of Italians angry too. I think, low key. I'm not even gonna play. It's not gonna go well.
Anyone can eat what they want as long as they eat too much.
You don't have to be an American to love the America Burger, but it doesn't hurt either. This isn't so much about love of country as it is love of bacon. This is because this all-American hamburger is built primarily from bacon. The meat patty itself is made completely of bacon, which seems like overkill even for an American recipe.
A little.
Tell you something. Bacon is good for me.
The special sauce is really special because it is infused with more bacon, and you guessed it, the cheese also has bacon in it. As if this isn't more than enough bacon already, it is that.
I always found it funny when it came to Y Swap, when they ever did some changes for the 1 week that they're there, or for the 1 month that they're there. They act like this is gonna be permanent. I never understood that logic in Y Swap or trading wives or spouses, whatever the fuck it was called. It was always annoying to me how they was like, oh, we're gonna make some changes, right? And then when they do changes, the family would be like, you can't do this to us, this is crazy. And then after the person goes away within like a month of being there, they just go back doing the same shit they was doing, or they make a slight different change of what they used to do, but it's pretty much the same shit. Nothing's changed. So I've never understood that logic in those shows at all. It was really stupid to me.
Topped with a couple of giant strips of bacon. But we're not done yet, because this giant heap of meat, fat, and salt is definitely missing something. To this end, the creators of the America Burger decided to top their monster with a freshly cooked egg. So you can either look at it as a crazy burger with bacon, or bacon and eggs that happens to come in the form of a burger. If you love big juicy burgers, and you love bacon more than life itself, then this might be the one for you.
I finally found the one, Marshall. Her name is Bacon.
Help yourself to more and tap that screen for our next great video. Checking us out for the first time? Then take a second to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Nope, you can't request a drawing. You gotta pay for that, bud. You gotta pay for that, bud. Link in bio, in descriptions if you want a drawing. If you're not willing to buy it, then don't bother. Don't bother, my dude. And please don't get butthurt if I say no, in the sense of like telling you have to go pay for it. Because some people get mad then. I don't know why. Shit get weird. You fucking weird. Alright. Are you guys want to call it a night, or you want to do one more food video? Call it a night, or go do one more food video? I think I got one more in me. Alright, I guess we're going to call it a night then. Alright guys, we're pretty much done with the drawing. The only thing left is probably just the shading, and that should take about 15 minutes. So we'll do that tomorrow and finish this off. I gotta finish this area here. I don't know what's going on here. Gotta fix that. Like you said, uranium. Oh! Yes! No! But you're right. The regular... Let's knock that out real quick. Fuck, I forgot. The Himalayan burger. Regular show. Okay, the uranium. Okay. It's 4 minutes. We can knock that out. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 measly minutes.
The ultimatum is a cheeseburger stuffed inside a cheeseburger with 2 deep-fried cheeseburgers as buns, and then we add our special ketchup that we get from the Himalayas. Anyone who doesn't eat one is a chump.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Binging with Babish. For this week, before we get started, I want to congratulate Sheikah Plate for winning the Eat What You Watch contest with her incredibly accurate recreations of foods from Breath of the Wild. I also want to congratulate the 4 runners-up. All of you guys will be getting a copy of my book. And thank you to the hundreds of other people who entered this contest. You guys all made some really amazing food. And now it's time for me to make the ultimatum. Starting with the so-called Himalayan ketchup. I'm going to make a ketchup with spices similar to a Indian kasundi that starts with grated ginger, grated turmeric, sliced bird's eye chili, 3 cloves of grated garlic, just a little itty-bitty tiny hint of cinnamon, a much bigger hint of chili powder, and about half a teaspoon each of mustard seed, ground toasted cumin, ground toasted coriander seed, and nigella seed. And then into a few tablespoons of olive oil, we're going to dump our painter's palette of flavor. We're just going to saute those for a couple minutes until fragrant, and trust me, it gets very fragrant. This stuff smells amazing. And then we're going to deglaze with just a little bit of malt vinegar, recenter our induction cooker with the camera, and add a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. I chose tomato kasundi because, well, it's from the Himalayas, and because it's very similar to ketchup in that it has tomatoes, spices, brown sugar, and vinegar. Adjust each of these to taste until it tastes ketchup-y, and then put it on the back burner for simmering for at least an hour. Hope you're enjoying the all-new back burner ketchup, and after an hour you will have a nice thick paste like this that we're going to smooth out in a high-powered blender. Simply dump it in the jar, puree for 3 to 5 minutes, and then to make this extra smooth and ketchup-like, I'm going to run it through a fine mesh sieve. And just to make sure that this is extra Himalayan, we're going to season it with pink Himalayan salt before fruitlessly trying to get it into our squeeze bottle. And now it's time to make some burgers. We're going to start by making the burger within a burger. This is just a straight-up cheeseburger, pan-fried, hit with salt, pepper, toasted buns. You know the drill. It really doesn't matter how well you make this burger because it's going to end up really, really gross because we're putting it inside of another burger, which is just a straight up bad idea. But I am not here to argue. I am here to recreate. Be insane. Pinch this big old thing closed and bake at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes or until cooked through. And in the meantime, we're going to deep fry our other burgers for some reason. This one I was actually kind of curious about because I'd never heard of deep frying burgers, but it just ended up being crispy, leathery patties. I can't really recommend it. Anyway, what I can recommend is this amazing ketchup. It's the one great thing to come out of this experience, and I'm going to slather it all over everything. Our burger within a burger is out of the oven, so we're going to place it on top it with our other burger bun, and of course, get that cross section. This tastes about as good as it looks, so I think we can do better. This is called the ultimatum, so why don't we start by adding other kinds of meats. I'm going to start by making a cheese and bacon. It says here maybe, okay, if you don't eat it, you're a chump. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Let's call this one Jeffrey. We're going to simply pan fry Jeffrey, making sure those edges are good and sealed because what we do not want to experience is a Jeffrey blowout. Flip carefully after seasoning with salt and pepper, and then on the back burner cam, we're going to make smash burgers for for our burger bun things. I'm going to top these with pepper jack cheese for a little bit more flavor variety. And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, here comes some fried pastrami. Let's start by assembling our auxiliary burgers on simply toasted buns with our Himalayan ketchup. Place Jeffrey in between the two of them. Make sure he's good and stable. Top him with some Himalayan ketchup and our crispy fried pieces of pastrami. Top it with the final auxiliary burger, and again, it's cross-section time. One that features more flavor and variety and no buns soaked in meat juice. This turned out absolutely amazing, especially the Himalayan ketchup. I hate homemade ketchup, and this stuff really blew my mind. Now, Chef AJ, this is an ultimatum. In fact, I think you are a chump.
You are a chump. Chump. He's a chump. Oh, man. Let's go. That was awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to let you guys go. That was amazing. That was awesome. Oh, my God. That's amazing. I loved every second of that. That was... I gotta get me one of those. It sounds so good with the hue. I would like to get myself some myself. Eventually. I'm gonna figure out what are the colors in this thing. So tomorrow we're gonna finish this up. We're finally at the final stages of this. Thank God. I wanted this to be over. We just gotta put some shading. I'm not gonna do any painterly stuff. I'm gonna just cell shade them and call it a night. It would take too damn long if I paint them. So I'm gonna cell shade them and call it a night. I call the hamburger Himalayan Hank. You call him Himalayan Burger Hank. Oh, that sounds awesome. Let's go. Good night, my inwards. Let's go, Brian. All right, GG. All right, have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna finish this off and can finally get back to what we're supposed to be doing anyway. All right, later, guys. Have a great night.